Yeah, nigga, I'm still fucking with you. Still waters run deep. Still Snoop Dogg and D.R.E. Nah, nigga. Guess who's
Welcome to Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Welcome to episode 10. On my left, your boy Blue.
What up?
On my far right, the one and only Kronos.
Explosions?
Ooh, question mark. On my immediate motherfucking right, the oldest ninja in the world, returning, old ninja. Oh, stank meat on it, but old ninja.
What up?
And coming to us live and remotely from the south, all the way from Louisiana, back again, Stitch.
I got 99 problems, but a podcast ain't one.
Ooh,
Oh.
very nice.
That's truth, though.
Right.
Holy shit, back again. Squad forming like motherfucking Voltron up in this bitch. Here it is. Why don't we start where to begin? But why don't we fucking start off with Stitch and the Lafayette, Louisiana shooting? Stitch?
Yeah, tragically on Thursday, in where I reside, my not really hometown, but where I live right now, we had a sort of Aurora, Colorado type shooting that took place at one of our movie theaters. Gunmen just opened fire once the movie started. It was the movie Trainwreck, and ended up hitting like 9 people or whatever, shooting 9 separate people and killing 2 females in the crowd and everything. And it was a pretty tragic, nationally covered tragedy that took place and everything. And it was really odd because obviously you guys know where I work and what I do and everything like that. So I was obviously one of the very first people, if not the first person, to know about the incident. So definitely when I was tweeting you guys and messaging you guys in the group chat and everything like that, it was sort of surreal when everything was going down and happening. But the community's really responded well down here, and they've pulled through and everything. So it's really nice to see everyone come together down in Louisiana and show their southern pride and hospitality and stuff like that. For
The good kind of southern pride, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was saying the good kind of southern pride, though.
Oh yeah. The good southern pride.
There was no Confederate flags flying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's being modest as fuck. I actually think Stitch is one of the heroes when it comes to first
I do as well.
responders. So shout out to you and your entire department for basically helping to save some lives.
Yeah, you probably saved a lot of lives, man.
Yeah, we when the whole thing went down and everything, actually we were able to get an officer on scene at the movie theater in under a minute. Thankfully, I can humbly say I was a big part of that and everything without getting in too much what I do and everything. But we were able to get a officer on scene in a minute and foil his attempts to escape and get out of town and everything like that. So the gunman was he ended up taking his own life and everything. So
like a coward.
Didn't. In the theater he ended up eating a bullet or whatever. So he got his and everything. Hopefully.
I kind of wonder what the fuck happened.
From doing any other damage to other people.
Yeah, it was really strange for me because I know the guy had a concealed carry license. I know the laws are different in Louisiana, but usually you have some kind of background check. Well, and usually people that have the CCW aren't that fucking crazy. So I really wonder what happened to that dude to make him want to kill or shoot at that many fucking people. That's some crazy ass shit.
Well, there was definitely something wrong with him because I believe on the news they had said that his ex-wife had a restraining order against him, and like she had all the guns and stuff removed out of the house because she feared for her life that he was going to fucking kill her.
And he still had a fucking gun.
And he still had a fucking gun.
Shit.
Yeah, based on my understanding, the guy was from Alabama. He ended up sort of finding his way to Louisiana or Lafayette somehow. He brought the gun or got the gun in Alabama somehow, but Louisiana is very, very lax.
Well, you can't say somehow, man. It's so easy to transport firearms anywhere in the States. So I can tell you a small story about that. So I actually received 2 firearms from my ex-father-in-law, and I was worried about bringing them to California because I was in Michigan. I live in California, obviously. And so I called up. I think it was like the not the Surgeon General. I called up somebody of authority, and I was like, "How can I get these to California?" And I'm flying, and he's like, "Well, you're supposed to fill all these forms, blah blah blah." He's like, "Basically, though, if you're gonna fly, there's nothing that can prevent you from flying with these firearms.
Yeah.
So they can just appear in California, and then you can fill the paperwork here."
Wow.
And sure enough, I just went to the airport, made sure to show them that the guns were unloaded, and they went on a plane, flew to California, and I went home.
Obviously not as carry-on, but in your luggage.
In my luggage.
There's no way you can take that carry-on.
But all right, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, though.
Yeah, it's super easy.
I mean, probably the easiest way is just put them in your trunk and drive across country.
Well, if you just drive, because
if you drive,
check.
Super easy,
nobody
right?
checking you. But.
Unless you get put over in Texas.
But
they do shit different there.
Well, I know that's what a friend of mine, he would buy his guns from like Montana and then drive them back to California.
Yeah.
So you're not getting checked. You're not getting stopped. The only time you would get stopped is if you're transporting
machine gun.
No, perishables.
Oh, like fruit and vegetables and shit?
Fruit and vegetables. You will get stopped for that, yes.
Yeah. On they got an apple.
I've gotten stopped. So I got stopped from Reno coming into California.
Were you still an eggplant?
And no, I brought my own. But they were like, "Hey, are you bringing any kind of groceries?" Because it was like a pesticide or pest thing.
You told them, I got some booties in the trunk.
Oh. Eggplant.
Onion booties.
Hashtag.
There you go. All right.
But yeah.
Well, again, shout out to the entire Lafayette, Louisiana Police Department. Again, we talked about the fact that Kronos and I did a visit over there for Stitch's wedding back in May. Very impressed with that city and that state. So
yeah, Bon Tom's was cool.
Yeah,
Bon Tom. I won't forget that shit.
Hey, Stitch, have you ever been to that movie theater that the shooting occurred at?
Stitch?
What? I'm sorry. What was that?
Have you ever been to the movie theater that the shooting took place at?
Oh yeah. I literally, that's the one I literally see all my movies at. I pass it every day going to work. Where I had my rehearsal dinner at Social, it's about 3 traffic lights away from where you guys ended up and eating. You guys were in Lafayette. It's on that same street and everything.
Okay.
Then when I do my trivia at Mellow Mushroom, it's literally the building next to the movie theater, so I'm really, really familiar with that whole theater and layout.
Cool.
The thing that I will say for most people, and especially with Kronos, you can probably relate to it, is obviously you being a military guy, you sort of carry yourself in a different way than other people, where like I don't like to sit with my back towards a door. I always try to make myself aware of everything going on around me. And I think the biggest miracle of the whole thing was that one of the people that called in when it was going down from inside the theater actually knew what theater number he was in.
Wow.
Where most of the time I just know what movie I'm in. He definitely helped our response a lot by knowing exactly what movie theater he was in, and that's something that I'm going to take from this whole experience and always pay attention to.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, situational awareness is always key, especially when if you're instilled that kind of stuff when you're in the military, and it carries on after the military. So you're always kind of aware, like where you are, especially when you've been to fucking fucked up countries and shit. Like you're always on a higher end of alert.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not as high as when you're in America. I mean, you kind of dial it back a little bit, but you still have to remember where the fuck you are, what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean?
If you're near a trap house, you need to know.
I know.
You don't eat breakfast there.
Oh, damn.
I know after the
try not to stay overnight.
After the other movie shooting, like I got really paranoid, and so whenever I went to the movies, anybody got up, I was like, all right, what the motherfucker doing? Like I was always like expecting somebody to pull out a gun and start shooting. I'm like, okay, where's the exits? Like, what am I gonna do if the situation would go down? I'm like, fuck, I'm ducking.
Well,
crawling the fuck out
something
of there.
similar happened close by years ago, where these 2 guys were fighting over a seat over at the Mercado down in the South Bay, and they were fighting over a seat, and dude pulls out a gun. So like I'm walking in, the theater empties out, and like security and local police are running in, and my friend comes out, he's laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing for? He's like, oh, some dude, they were fighting over seats. Dude pulled out a gun. He thought it was the most ridiculous thing he'd ever seen.
That's some stupid ghetto shit.
Yeah, right.
All right, we're going to fucking segue, though. Stitch, I want to hear this rant on basic goddamn bitches.
And you got to start with what is a basic bitch?
What is a basic bitch?
Should we tweet the video?
You should.
Yeah, I should tweet the
Basic
video.
bitch, according to Urban Dictionary, is a bitch or a female. It could be a male as well.
Wait,
who engages in a typical, unoriginal behavior, mode, dress, speech, and likes. She's tragically unaware of her utter lack of specialness and intrigue, and believes herself to be unique, fly, and amazing, and a complete catch, when really she is painfully boring and on par.
Stitch, you are very articulate.
Yeah. Well, he was reading that. No, he was
educated.
reading that from the site. So my thing
I
was,
read that off the thing. I can read down here in Louisiana.
yeah. So my thing was like coming up. The girls that I knew, they said that they was basic white girl. That's how they described white women, was that way. And I was like,
But you can be basic with any ethnicity.
so now basic
Yeah,
bitch,
very
yeah.
good.
So basic bitch is now basically blanketed across any kind of boring
Be a
ass.
basic bitch ass dude too.
You really could.
Yeah.
Shit.
You really could.
Is it a man bitch called a Mitch?
A
Mitch?
Yeah. Stop being a Mitch.
Reminds me of Hedberg.
That's all bad.
But I want to hear this though. So
Suicide Squad.
you were saying something about some basic bitch and mom spaghetti. What was it?
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
funny.
And I've just been
Shit.
noticing a lot of basic bitch behavior on Facebook, just nonstop selfies, like daily selfies from a couple of these annoying people and that friended me on Facebook and everything. And where I lost it was this bitch posts this dinner that she's cooking for herself. Now, I'll take pictures of my food if I'm eating something really fucking amazing, like some smoked fried chicken or something like that. But this bitch has got random ass spaghetti, like on an electric stove. No, it looks like it was just straight out ragu. I don't even know if there was even meat in the sauce. And then the thing that blows my fucking mind about this whole thing is, if you're gonna show off a food that you cooked, don't put it on a fucking paper or plastic plate and with some plastic silverware. Make it
Pinky
fucking
up.
look presentable and everything.
Yeah,
this bitch has got this plopped on fucking jailhouse spaghetti on a plastic plate with fucking fork and knife and like, I cook for my people, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I can't even deal with this.
She don't even know.
Unfriend.
You with your eyes first, you stupid bitch. All right. If shit looks fucking gross, you know what I mean? Kick it to the
Yeah.
curb.
Or she had like porky beans and shit up in her spaghetti, like just using whatever was in the
And she didn't even
cabinet.
take the fucking fat out.
Yeah.
Shit pissed me off, man.
So I saw the pic, and the pic had no like meat. It was just sauce and noodles.
It was just bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on paper plates.
Ridiculous. It was
That-
spaghetti.
It's like, congratulations, you're in fucking prison, bitch.
Oh shit!
Well, I think we all know it was mom's spaghetti. You know? And Marshall was puking that shit out.
My mom's spaghetti was good as fuck.
Yes, it was. But this was like 8 Mile mom's
Yeah,
spaghetti.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna find the picture. I'm gonna post it on our Twitter feed. So
Yeah.
Twitter, see what
Shit was
basic
sad.
bitch spaghetti looks like.
So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to post out to all of y'all on Twitter a video about what being a basic bitch is, and if you are a basic bitch, you need to watch with the signs. So here we go.
Oh,
Just look on our page. Shout out to College Humor for actually making the video.
oh,
You know,
out.
I kind of understand like where it comes from though, because we're all pretty fucking basic when you're out of like when you're super young.
yeah.
You don't know how to do shit. You're fucking stupid. You
Yep.
can't fucking cook. You can barely do anything for yourself. But you don't take pictures of that shit
No.
because you know what the. I mean, if you're eating fucking top ramen and shit like that every day, you're not fucking proud of that shit. But these basic bitches are proud of that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, look how good this shit is. They don't even know that there's better shit out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vienna sausages and sardines.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh.
With
High
top
five.
ramen.
They don't even know what filet mignon is.
And drinking champagne and shit.
Champagne.
Oh,
Homemade glass
shit.
of that champagne.
Oh.
These
But-
motherfuckers.
Ramen got me through college.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Got me
look,
through
I
a
got
lot.
you. I got you.
But those are sad times.
Exactly.
And,
you don't brag about
and high blood pressure.
it.
All that goddamn sodium.
Oh, shit. So I'm actually out. I was out literally today with a coworker, a basic bitch, and this heifer fucking orders eggplants, and I start unzipping.
Oh no!
She ordered the eggplant ragu, and I was like, "Oh, zip, zip." Let me show you about this. She would look surprised as fuck.
Oh,
You know,
I bet
she had
she
never
would.
seen no eggplant from BBC in her life.
Soul
You know what I
brother,
mean?
soul brother to
Soul
Buku.
brother, way too buku. But I still think a lot of people don't understand what the eggplant really is about.
No, they don't.
No.
You know what I mean?
I had to explain this to two broads where I work. They were talking about, oh, what does that mean when someone sends you an eggplant? I'm all, well, according to Blacker Than Black Times Infinity, it is a compliment a question and a request.
Oh.
And they had to think about it, and like you can see like a light board as like each light bulb pops up.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing. Oh,
Yeah.
I get it now. Oh, I'm like, yeah. So when they say, would you like to Netflix and chill, eggplant, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There will be no Netflix watching in his house.
Yeah, no.
Would you like me to rearrange your insides?
Oh, crush guards.
See them kidneys. But yeah, actually, so the other thing that was funny on Twitter, shout out to, what was it, Cockold Troy?
Oh, no.
What the fuck?
So,
been cuckolded?
Okay, this is what happens when you let Prodigy take over our Twitter.
Oh, so every now and
Shit gets
again,
fucked up.
anytime you see some emojis and whatnot and some hashtag Queen of Spades, for the most part, that's me Prodigy doing my shit.
For the most part. Sometimes I sneak up in there.
But-
Because this is actually something I tweeted out.
Yeah, well, yeah, this was on you. But this fool, so the Cockold and Queen of Spades community showed their blinders on Twitter, and it was like, oh, what y'all know about that? Nothing but like straight up hardcore. BBC porn action. I was like, oh, we can't have this.
That lifestyle was just all up in it. What you know.
Yeah.
Y'all guys opened a Pandora box there.
We kind of
Yeah.
did, but I mean, we're out here trying to help the masses.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
Gotta get the
actually,
message known.
people appreciate knowing about Queen of Spades now. People like come up to us or
Yep.
tweet out at us. So now I know what's up with Queen of Spades. Every time I see a white girl who's like 40 years old with
Yeah,
a brother
yeah.
walking in the streets, I'm like, oh, Queen of Spades. Where's that
Go
tattoo?
smash
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah.
So when Cake Man was here, he was like, "Oh, so that's what that was all about. This
Yep.
explains my college
Yes.
days." While all these 40-somethings are like, "Hey, you want to come over and Netflix and chill?"
Inside.
Well, no, back in his days, it was like VHS and something.
And beta.
That's all that.
Was it Laserdisc?
Oh,
Fucking- I remember when I was a kid watching E.T. and we had to flip it over.
Yeah.
Like, do that motherfucker.
God,
Laserdisc
you
is
had a
fun.
Laserdisc?
Yeah.
So hold on.
Yeah.
So
God
here's,
dang.
here's a rare Laserdisc fact: is that if you get a DVD that came from back in the day, and they put it in HD, the audio is usually from Laserdisc.
Whoa.
Laserdisc
I heard
has some of
about
the
that.
best audio ever.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's compatible with like the 5.1 surround
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
stuff. and
All they
that
did,
shit?
they just ripped it straight off and just they took the original. Well, because cameras shoot in higher than 1080p normally,
Okay.
and so they just put it in the normal screen and they take the audio from Laserdisc
Nice.
to make it easy. So
Good shit. All right.
We need that now you know sound drop.
oh,
that,
from
that,
ABC?
that rainbow shit.
Yeah.
Ain't no rainbows up in here. The gays stole it. God damn it. Can't be using it because then we use them. We're all fucking gay. So,
Oh, you just need the sound, not the picture or video.
Yeah.
God dang it.
they know what it is.
They'll imagine it and be like, "Oh, you think that's good."
So are we going in on Hulk Hogan or not?
So did y'all listen to the?
Shit.
Oh, I haven't heard it
It's
yet.
hard
Okay.
to find the real audio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start from the beginning.
All right. Okay. So,
Prodigy. Oh, you
Yeah.
want me to set this up?
Set it up,
So,
set it up.
so basically, everyone's favorite American hero,
All right.
Hulk Hogan, busted out some racist shit on a sex tape.
Oh,
that
this
he
is what
had.
what you gonna do, nigger?
Damn.
So-
what did he really say? Because
So
I only
he
read
does-
experts. I had
So,
excerpts.
so the excerpts that I had read, he does say nigger. He does say, oh.
In what context, though?
So it
In
was
the bad
basically
context.
no, yeah,
Well,
it
yeah,
wasn't.
but I think, like,
So
he's talking
basically,
about-
he's talking about his daughter. So basically, if you
Brooke
white,
Hogan.
if you white and you have a daughter, you're not racist until your daughter fucks a black dude.
Yeah.
Then all the niggers come out, and then like so basically, he talked about how he spent money on her doing her album because she put out an album a few years ago.
That was like a decade.
Yeah, well, whatever. So, and then she was dating a black dude, and then he made comments about that, and then he talked some shit about
The Rock.
how, like, everyone has a little bit of racist in them, and
Wow.
he's nigger. So, here's the thing, my thing. I'm pretty sure what had happened was his boy said, why don't you come over, Netflix and chill with my wife? Because so this is the cuckold relationship. His friend let him fuck his wife. So he hid a camera so basically he could like Chrysler bait to it later or whatever. So he had a camera in a like covert position and he filmed him and Hogan and his wife. So I think what had happened was he got super drunk, probably did a bunch of coke and whatever drugs and started going on a rant. Probably because he had a fight with Brooke Hogan earlier that day. Now this
Wait, his daughter wasn't obviously anywhere around.
No, he
the
had
wife's
ju-
shit.
no,
Yeah.
he had just went balls deep in his friend's wife. That's what the sex tape was about. So he had went balls deep in his friend's wife that his friend had let him go in, and he had recorded them, and somehow this footage got out.
So I have a problem with this story.
Okay.
All right. What he said was pretty fucked up. However, I think it's fucked up that somebody released some shit when they thought they were talking in confidentiality.
Yeah.
Because we all say some fucked up bullshit
Which he
with
did.
our friends. Yeah, like it's totally out of context. Like I've said some fucked up shit before, but it's joking, right? I don't know if he's joking or not. Even if he wasn't fucking joking, I don't like the fact that somebody snuck around, recorded his shit, and then put it out there, and now he's getting shit on.
Yeah.
And
So
that's pretty fucked up.
So did you feel the same way about the Donald Sterling
I was
thing
just about
too?
to bring that up. Yeah, Donald
okay.
Sterling is old as fuck, and so him being racist is no fucking surprise to me. He's old as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll give him
era.
some concessions. We're not in the same fucking world. Fuck, I don't give a fuck about that dude. And what he said, Donald Sterling, was he said that you can take pictures, you can fuck them, but you can't take pictures with them, is what he said.
And no, he said,
And
do
you
not
can't
bring them to my
the
house.
games
Don't
or
bring them to
games
my
at the
house.
But she could fuck them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people kind of
Okay,
gloss
so
over
Forgot about that part.
Like
Yeah.
you said, Donald Sterling is old as fuck. Viagra probably don't even work on his old ass no more. So, and his wife is like maybe 30.
Yeah.
So
No. Donald Sterling's actual wife
she's old as fuck,
is
too.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. His
70.
girlfriend is
girlfriend.
maybe 30. Yeah, okay,
His side bitch,
my fault.
who is half black and
She
Latino.
is half
Yeah.
black. She is a mixed race woman.
But the fucked up part is that I don't like when somebody steals somebody's shit that they said in confidentiality and just puts it out there
So
with no context or anything like that. It's fucking bullshit.
However, with Donald Sterling, most of the NBA players knew that he was like that. They said
is
he
true.
says shit like this all the time. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said, "Why the fuck are you guys throwing a big fit? This fool's been doing this shit since the
Years.
80s." And when I was like hanging out with them,
The
so
80s?
no, yeah, he was doing it
damn.
back in the 80s. Yeah, well, Kareem is old as fuck too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with him, he was kind of blatant. He wasn't like coked out and going balls deep in some other dude's wife. I mean, he could have, but
One-
he does this in meetings
Yeah.
and like in front of like professional people,
Yeah.
other people with money. So it's just his whole world mindset.
Well, it's
is-
definitely his
is
views.
different.
It's
Yeah,
definitely his views.
is
Just like
different.
I feel that even though maybe he was coked out, I think these are Hogan's probably personal, real views. You bring up a great point about releasing information that isn't intended for the public, and then people getting upset. But you know,
speaking of, he is in a legal battle because of that being leaked. Because
Oh.
Gawker took it, released it, and I guess sold it to like
Vivid.
TMZ or
Vivid
Vivid or some shit. So
Vivid
they have
always-
a cease and desist on that shit. So
Yeah, because I mean, you can take anybody on this fucking planet, and at some point in time, you said or done some really fucked up shit.
Yes.
yeah,
And if everybody knew about it, they'd think you were a fucking scumbag.
yeah.
true.
And it just sucks
That's the
because
truth.
yeah, I'm pretty sure because the thing is, this is written testimony or copied testimony. I haven't seen the video. I don't think very many people have, unless you're involved in the case. As far as I know, the tape you might be able to find online if you're really good, but for the most part, you probably won't.
Yeah,
be
it's
able
hard to find. I found one where he was dropping N-bombs, but it wasn't in that kind of way. He was talking about how other people were saying
Yeah, so
the word around him.
that he talked
Oh, yeah,
about
I heard
because he
that.
was hanging out with
Yeah.
rappers and they kept
Yeah.
saying it to
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
and they gave him permission basically to say it back.
He got the black card to say it.
Yeah, so that was different. But
It doesn't work
this,
everywhere.
This is this is
It's
in the
different,
privacy
though, yeah.
in someone else's home.
Yeah.
or yeah, it wasn't even his home. This is the privacy of somewhere else. This is the intimate situation, and he probably was coked out, drunk, and whatever have you, and he's probably upset at Brooke,
Yeah.
and everything just lashed out.
I don't know why he's upset at Brooke. Just
Well, it's fucked up.
He probably did. He
It's
probably
fucked up
was.
no matter what.
Yeah, it is fucked up.
And now let me ask you this: out of a show of like, just speak up and whatnot. How many of y'all were huge fans as kids?
I was,
fan,
yeah.
dude.
Okay.
Everyone loved Hogan.
I'm still-
Hulkamania.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan.
He's in Gremlins too. Like he challenges. Yeah, he's all like he has his famous scene where he's like, "Can the Grimsters?
Yeah.
Can the Grimsters handle the Hulkster?" And he rips off his shirt, and it's pretty awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
I mean, he is an icon,
He is. There's no
and
doubt.
he saw this
Yeah, he-
coming, and so there was reports that he got fired. No, he quit. He saw this coming. He quit because he knew that it would backlash on him.
I don't think.
And-
I'm pretty sure he got fired.
No, well, that's the thing. He posted hours beforehand, and everyone said like the WWE fired him. No, he quit. He says he tendered his resignation. If you look, I've seen a bunch of it, and some of it's cut out. They cut the parts out where he says I tender my resignation at the end. It depends on who you read, but
But that's what happens when you're So when you get high enough in your career,
Yep.
Yeah.
when you're about to get fired, you tend to get resignation.
Yeah, so,
that's how it works.
To save face.
But he did.
They probably asked him to give him turning.
Yeah, they did.
Well, he did it
Saying, "I'll be
before
fired."
WWE posted we are removing all. He did this,
because they had a conversation before. They probably asked him to resign. That's
possibly.
normal.
But people were reporting that he got fired. He did the thing. And
But technically, he probably did get fired.
Yeah.
I think it's funny the memes that were released after all this shit went down. After WWE removed everything.
I don't know what the fucking
the toys.
The
I saw the one with the
toys.
toys.
That was great.
That was
Yeah.
all bad. So I mean, I think it's actually kind of a sad situation because a lot of people looked up to Hogan for like young and old generations. He was an icon. He seemed like a great dude. I think this is just a really bad patch. I think he might be able to bounce back from this.
He doesn't need to bounce back, man. Like, he's got Hulk Hogan money. He'll be fine.
Well,
maybe.
So let me ask you guys this though.
No, his
just a matter
merchandise
of
is
time.
pulled. You know that, right?
Remember when that bullshit happened? Well, not bullshit, but it was factual. When Mel Gibson started saying
he's fine.
bullshit about Jews and all that other vile bullshit that he was talking about, which was recorded conversation, I believe, between
By a police
he and his
officer.
girl, though, right?
No,
He was arrested. I believe.
No, he
It
got
was
arrested.
DUI. It was a DUI.
He got
Okay.
pulled over by a
So
female
he was-
cop,
so-
and he was ranting,
so he
saying
was
all
drunk.
that Jewish shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was drunk.
And driving, but yeah. But.
So the same thing is that. I pull back. As Blue was talking about
Michael Richard.
Yes,
Yeah.
Michael Richard did the same thing, but he was doing stand up.
Yeah.
And he was awful at it.
And he was, but the thing
He
he was just ostracized, and he's on the show Steinfeld, and he's
Which
not.
I think needs to be fucking canceled.
He's not the star though.
It
He's
was
not
canceled.
The,
Seriously?
For
it's
like
in syndication.
17 years.
Yeah,
No, I
it's
mean
in syndication.
The syndication needs to be taken off the air.
Yeah,
I'm
like
talking about.
with the
No,
WD.
I hate that show.
Like
No,
with
they can't
the-
do that. I
No,
mean-
he's not the star. That's the thing. Jerry
He's not the-
Seinfeld is
yeah.
the star.
Still hate
He's
that
just
fucking
a
show.
co-star.
I don't like the show
the show
either.
either.
I don't want
Yeah.
to cancel though.
See,
He's supposed to get paid money.
I dug some things about the show, but I'll say this though: if you want that canceled, how do you feel about Cosby?
Yeah.
It's been taken off the air.
No,
No, it's still
So
no.
it's
He's
a-
on multiple channels.
On what channels?
He's
the
on
late
BET.
night, BET
And one. What is that?
BET One,
yeah,
and
whatever that.
Oh, I
classic TV shit.
I thought they took. I
Nick
thought
at Night.
they took all of his shows off.
No,
No.
they took
After all this.
No.
So with the Rebel Flag thing, they pulled Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, I know they
off.
did that for Dukes of Hazzard.
So that was in syndication for a while. So
That's
Cosby's
pretty fucked
still,
up.
The thing about Cosby is that he's not in court. It's only allegations.
Well, he was in
So-
court though.
No,
Well, he was-
yeah, he was
Let's
in court.
clarify
Well,
that bullshit.
He's not in court now.
But he
There's-
was in court.
That's
Yeah,
the thing. Here's
but
the
he
thing.
was acquitted. Well,
No, he paid money.
He paid off.
well,
Here's the thing that people keep getting wrong about Cosby. He admitted in court
Quaaludes.
to using Quaaludes to have sex with women, young
The
girls.
thing with that, like the statute of limitations had been passed. Like that's
Yeah,
probably why
that's
he
true.
came out of the closet or
No,
came out and
they
said
came
that,
out.
hey.
they
out.
keep coming out in droves.
Well, no,
though.
I'm talking about Cosby. That's probably why he finally came out and said, hey, okay, I did it.
Maybe, but
You can't do
I
anything
mean,
now.
Well, no. So the tapes they had were from in the past, where he admitted to it.
04,
Oh, it's from the
Yeah,
past?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Well, the other catch is that some of these girls were underage, and in
Yeah, that's the new
California,
one,
there's a law that says that
There's no statute of limitations.
Yeah, for minors. But
Yeah.
one of the girls was talking about that she got molested while she was at the Playboy Mansion. I'm like, what the fuck she doing at the Playboy Mansion? Why is this 15-year-old girl at the Playboy Mansion?
Yeah, you gotta learn how to be a hoe early.
Oh, God dang it!
Make that money.
Yeah, for real.
Oh,
But
Get
yeah,
up
you-
on that wrinkly dick.
oh,
Fucking gross.
that's that Viagra.
You can't be 15 at the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah,
I don't
for
give a
real.
fuck
No.
what the reason is.
Yeah.
There's no way in the shit you
Hey,
should
what
be
if
there.
what if she was mature?
Oh,
I am totally fucking kidding. All right,
Holy
I'm
shit!
totally fucking kidding.
grass on the infield.
Yeah,
no
Yeah.
ball.
I literally thought Kronos was about to say that. I'm all, the next thing he's going to say is there's grass in the field.
Oh.
That's
Play ball.
fucking gross.
Dank as
Yeah.
fuck. But
Home
no,
run that shit.
No, fuck pedophiles. Fuck them all.
I said
he
it-
was just trying to get there before the hair.
Damn. Oh, what the fuck?
God damn.
What did you do here?
Oh, hold on.
All out.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
Plug that back in. No, the power
yeah,
plug's right
we're-
there.
Oh shit!
Holy shit.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah,
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
All right.
Sorry about that. Everybody-
It went dark
Yeah,
in
we
here.
can-
Yeah.
Darkness is spreading.
Sorry about that, everybody.
No, they could still hear us.
Oh,
we just couldn't hear each
we
other.
couldn't hear each other. Okay,
sorry.
good.
Blue unplugged the.
No,
that was me.
Oh, Ninja fucking up.
Yeah, y'all fucked me up with this Cosby shit, so I fucking fell out, and this shit went with me.
Deep inside.
He took the sound with him.
Before we segue, shout out to Project Mayhem from Art of the Con. It's his old ass's birthday.
It is his birthday.
If you listening, you old as fuck. Being old ass motherfucker.
So what he's doing right now is Christ-debating hard as fuck while dyeing his hair.
Oh shit! Probably cotton.
He's
pink.
dyeing his hair like it's from the '90s still.
Cotton candy pink.
Having that crisis.
Yeah. Oh, there
Holy
you go.
shit!
Christ-debating alone.
Yeah, maybe he'll buy a Prius.
Oh, damn.
I wasn't loud enough. What the fuck? I turned it down. Oh, here we go.
All right. Are we going to switch gears to TV? Because
let's. Yeah,
are we doing Mr. Robot?
So y'all talk about Mr. Robot.
First, let's talk about Agent Carter.
Oh, okay. Let's get into
Agent Carter, because we was going hard. So Kronos and myself, the old ninja, we were talking about how Agent Carter was a good series.
No, that's not how it started.
Yeah, okay.
Bullshit.
It didn't.
I watched the show as well.
Yeah, so this started.
It ain't about the show.
It was about Captain America. So So Prodigy thinks that Agent Carter was pointless and useless in the movie.
Okay.
Of Captain America: First Avenger.
You're almost right. You're almost there. Here's what I thought.
This is what you thought.
Here's what I thought.
That is exactly
so
what
we
you
were
thought.
talking about, first of all, fucking Ant-Man, which was a good movie. And you guys should fucking see it. And I was talking about the fact that Ant-Man was certainly not... It was about middle of the road in terms of my favorite Marvel movies in the MCU. And I was saying my least favorite was the first Captain America movie. The reason that it was my least favorite is because I really disliked the portrayal of the Agent Carter character in the first Avengers movie. Now,
because you hate women.
Yeah,
get that shit in there.
Yeah, true. Or try to slide that in there.
That truth.
But here's the real deal. The problem was with the movie itself. They said she was a spy, right? She didn't do no goddamn spy shit in the whole fucking movie.
Oh my god,
no spy shit, and it took me out of the film because I was like, well, who is this bitch? Why is she here?
You dumb motherfucker.
Yeah. All the fucking time. I was like, well, why is she in this research lab? Why is she on this military base? Why is she fucking mouthing off to Tommy Lee Jones?
Okay.
That's what took me out of the movie and why it made everything else I enjoyed about it. I love the Red Skull. I love Cap. I love the World War II story. Everything about it. I had a problem with the Agent Carter character because she just didn't seem realistic to me.
So
what about Dum Dum Dugan?
What about Red Skull himself? This fool took off his whole face, and his whole face was red.
I like the Red Skull.
But you're cool with that, but you're uncool with the woman in military service.
No. Here, let me
in the 40s.
No, okay. So there's some of that, but here's the thing. Just like in Thor, when Natalie Portman is a goddamn motherfucking scientist, is she not?
So?
Yes, she fucking is.
Yes,
and what does she do in Thor? She goddamn does science shit, doesn't she? She fucking does, yeah.
What does she do?
Yeah, she does a whole bunch of fucking science shit. She works on goddamn portals and shit in the Thor movies.
No, she did not. It was Stellan
and Agent Carter also killed people.
Yeah, but no spy shit. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. No spy shit happens. And everybody else ignores that shit.
It's supposed to be secret, though.
Yeah,
what the fuck is wrong?
Here's the thing. She's dancing around fucking...
Stop.
She's dancing around.
She's supposed to be a fucking liaison for the fucking spy community.
Is she a spy? Is she a spy?
Yes, she is a spy for the British government.
You don't spy all the fucking time. It's like saying
there
that
was zero spying.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Zero spying happens in the movie.
So as Kronos and I pointed out, the movie is called Captain America and not Agent Carter.
It was called Thor, and Natalie Portman does a great job of being a female scientist and has no
shut the fuck up.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
You're tripping
hard
because they have a fucking a spy liaison. Doesn't mean she's fucking spying all the time. Just like every goddamn soldier.
They showed none.
Just like every fucking soldier in that goddamn show wasn't killing somebody all the time. She did do some fucking fighting in the show. If you're saying that spies don't kill people, you're fucking tripping.
I didn't say she didn't do any fighting.
Alright, but I'm just saying though, you can't have
she does no spy.
So she doesn't need to.
Yeah,
She's a liaison for the spy community.
That took me out of it.
No, it shouldn't at all because there's spies in the spy community. They are liaisons for the military, and that's true today, and it was true back then.
True.
I'm okay with some of that. However, what I'm saying is, she's British and she's a spy. Fine.
Okay, so they're our allies, and we have deep fucking roots with them.
But there was nothing about what they portrayed and showed of her in that movie that indicated anything about that role.
Yeah, so
That's it.
Like Kronos was saying.
And here's the thing. That's why I had a problem with it being my least favorite. Now, I love all the MCU movies.
Wait, hold on. So what about the general, though? Did he have to show how much he was a general to you?
So
did he have to prove? Did he have to show all the shit that he did?
Actually,
no, he didn't do any of that fucking shit in the movie.
No, actually he did. Tommy Lee Jones was giving fucking orders. He was giving
and so was that.
He was giving orders in the movie.
But so was that chick. There was other people giving orders. You know who else gave orders? Captain America was a fucking captain. He was giving fucking orders to General. That shit don't make fucking sense.
Yeah.
You told him what the fuck he was doing.
Captain America.
That didn't make any sense at all.
Captain America did his own shit, but he was a soldier in the movie.
But he should not be telling a general in any fucking aspect what the fuck he is doing.
Right, but if you look back at the movie,
you know why I let it go? Because it's a fucking movie.
But if you
it's a fucking movie.
If you look back at the movie, Captain America gets bitch told in the right way, rightly so, by Tommy Lee Jones. Hey, you're gonna do this Star Spangled Dance and bullshit because I fucking said so, and I'm the general.
So and just like when he left, and just like fuck you guys.
He does disobey. But initially, he's like...
And there was no repercussions, which there would have been.
And there should have been.
You wonder why there wasn't? Because it was a fucking movie.
Of course. But that's why it was one of my least favorite movies. Nothing to do about my hatred of women.
Yeah, it does.
Whatever.
All that fire just came pouring out right now.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah.
All that misogyny just poured into that.
Ladies, we don't know this dude.
Here's the thing. It wasn't about Agent Carter trying to sneak around and be like a 40s James Bond. She was a liaison. She was there overseeing the project. She did have clout, and I think that was your main issue, is that she had clout with military.
And she was eye candy.
She was eye candy. Everybody knows that.
She's one of the only few females that actually speak in the movie.
Can we let Stitch come in on this conversation?
Oh yeah,
it's easy to overtalk him.
I'm just thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, I witnessed everything when it went down about how you were ranking the movies in the MCU.
Yeah,
and then I just slowly started to watch Prodigy's bias.
Yeah, and you can feel the hatred in the text.
So I don't even really have an opinion on it, but I'm just taking this for the pure enjoyment of hearing both of you go at it.
So let me ask just one simple question.
Sure.
Does everyone have a least favorite MCU movie?
Yes.
Okay. You have to have something. There's been 11 of these films, 12 of these films.
You have to have one. 13, I think.
Whatever it is.
Captain America 3 easily was my least favorite.
You mean Iron Man?
I'm talking about Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
Hands down.
Sorry, I've been drinking.
What you sipping on?
Yeah, I'm drinking Lagunitas Little Something Extra. It's an IPA and it's 8.5% alcohol.
Nice.
What's with that little something extra though?
Oh, you see a little? I can put it on the camera.
Is there an eggplant in there?
But so Chrono says Iron Man 3. Everybody else is
Iron Man 3 for sure. I was so livid at the end of that movie.
Same here.
You know what was weird to me is that I thought he had PTSD, and I get that, and it was cool they're going into that, but he kind of went into it a little too far.
No, that was the whole movie.
It was.
Tony is fucked up from start to finish in that film, and it was such a drastic departure from how we're used to seeing him.
That was not the issue with me. With me, it was the story itself. It broke apart in the middle when they introduced a kid. Yeah, and he has this kid, and he's like, "Oh, this kid's gonna help me get over my PTSD." No, the extremist storyline started out good, and it had the potential to be amazing because in the comics it is great. And I thought I was going to see some of that, and it petered out. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? We had the chance to see Rescue, which is the armor suit that Pepper uses, and we did not get any of that. And it was set up to be that way, and I was ready and I was waiting, and I'm like, dude, this is going that way, but instead she gets infected too. He's like crying and stuff or whatever, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
What I didn't get is
this is bullshit.
Why the fuck are the Iron Man suits so weak at the end? They were like basically goddamn paper. I was like, what the fuck?
Against the extremists, but the thing was that the guy who originally had it, he was like going on a murderous rampage, and like he fucks up Tony Stark, where he has to like envelop the suit, where like you see it a little bit in the movie where he's able to call it and it pieces himself to it. But the extremist, he's supposed to envelop himself, and I thought we were going to see how that changes him and how that would affect the future of the MCU, but we don't get any of that.
Yeah,
and I was like, dude, this is bullshit.
He barely pet on the Iron Man armor until like the end. Everything was just him fucking moping around his fucking town.
Yeah, see, I could have thought the middle could have been redone. The extremist sort of storyline could have been closer to the comics, which was much more potent. We could have seen him build something for Pepper, how their relationship could have got closer because of that. We could have seen her and how the effects of the suit affects her when she uses it. Yeah. Because when she sees how powerful the suit is, she makes him change the suit for her because she doesn't want to do damage. She wants to help people. Yeah. So he makes it like a fire suit. It's basically she's an armored fireman, and we could have seen that, and that could have drawn them closer because they did have that rift, and it just fell fucking apart.
You know what they should have called that movie? Tony Stark's. Tony Stark gets sad.
Yeah.
So they could have called that movie Tony Stark gets sad.
I've never been a fan of movies where the superhero's like, woe is me, I have these powers, my life is horrible. Like I don't go to comic movies to see that. Like even with the Wolverine movie where he's all fucking depressed and he wants to get rid of his powers. Like I'm not here for that.
You know what? I gotta say that so I really like that movie.
Well,
and then I was also going to say I was very disappointed. I was looking forward to seeing the Mandarin.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Mandarin.
Dang it!
Don't get me a homeless bum with Doctor like the Wizard of Oz type shit behind the curtain pretending shit. Like
okay.
I was so.
They
mad.
should just call him something different. Call him something different.
So did anybody see the one shot about the Mandarin?
Yeah, the extra ending, right?
Yeah, it was so it's on the DVD or Blu-ray of Thor, The Dark World. So it kind of eludes that maybe he really knew what he was doing. Yeah, he played everyone in the fool. But if that was the case, that should have been in the movie.
Yeah.
And why the fuck was he not Asian? What the fuck? The rings, you see the rings and they mean nothing.
Well, he played Gandhi before, so technically he's Asian.
But no, he's not Chinese.
You're right, he wasn't Chinese.
He was not Chinese, and there's plenty of Chinese Americans that could have pulled
it. was a real waste of Sir Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
But he was fucking funny, though.
He was funny. But I mean, he's like an Academy Award-winning actor who usually owns shit.
I was ready for him to, like, bust out this super powered like Makluan suit with rings of power because the Makluan rings mean something. You see the rings and they're just there for show.
They're in a lot of the movie. It's almost like the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, they look they're in there. Yeah. But these things are earthbound and they have like ancient Chinese mysticism in them and they have powers. And like it could have been a great segue for Doctor Strange.
Speaking of segue,
comics.
Yes. We're still on TV shows.
We're still on TV shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta get on Mr. Robot.
Are we getting on Mr. Robot right now?
Well, y'all can talk about it.
All right. So, I've been talking about this shit for a minute now.
Yeah.
And finally, Blue and Old Ninja have watched Mr. Robot on USA Networks, which is, I think, good, but let's hear their takes.
Blue, you start. I've been talking.
Okay. I've only seen the first 3 episodes, and like my take on it, it's like I know you mentioned earlier, it's like Hackers, like a new version of Hackers with real fucking scenarios in it. But also, like, you have this kid out that wants to be a hero, and he's kind of like a
you fucker.
Or he's trying to be a hero, like using his skills of hacking, but he also has like fucking mental issues. He's like antisocial, like it's hard for him to talk to people.
Like most hackers,
like most CS students.
But yeah, it's a great fucking movie. Like I mean, it's a great TV show, and I really look forward to watching more of it.
So he has problems with morphine as one of his main drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so and a lot of social anxiety.
Is he in pain?
Yes, he's in emotional pain,
but he's an addict.
Yeah,
he's an addict hacker. And I want to get your take, especially from a security standpoint and a software security. But go ahead.
Yeah, so, man, this show is nothing what I was expecting. It is dark and dank and kind of depressing. I think because being, not doing cybersecurity myself, but actually studying it and being in the science field, it's just... I've seen a lot of people very similar to him, and it's actually kind of sad. The only thing is that most of them that do drugs, they don't take morphine. They take, like, drugs that keep them going, like Coke or Adderall and Red Bull, Coke and Red Bull. They want to keep coding.
Well, I can give you a possible theory on the reason why he's doing morphine is because it actually makes you feel dumber, and once you get to a certain point of intellect, shit gets you're just too fucking smart. You think about too much fucking shit, and shit bothers you all the time. So you take something to make you stupider to fucking take the edge off.
That makes sense.
The reason why he does it is to numb his sadness, because he is so depressed and sad. So he snorts it, but he tries to not be an addict. And then when he wants to code, he snorts it. So it's like kind of weird.
There's a little bit of both going on.
Yeah, he does. He does. So I watched the first episode twice. And before he goes to sleep, he snorts the morphine. So he says to numb the pain.
It's great to go to sleep too.
But then he wakes up and he's sitting in the corner, he's fucking bawling.
Yeah,
and he's seeing his childhood
he sees
situation with his mom.
Morphine fucks you up. I was prescribed morphine for a while. That shit fucks you up.
Yeah, it fucked me up one time. Holy shit!
So there are elements in this show from Hackers. If you finish the third episode, they actually watch Hackers.
Oh, they do?
I fucking love that.
Yeah,
that
they
movie,
actually watch it and they talk hella shit, but there's influences of Hackers in the show. So there's that. Because you get this, there's this elements of Fight Club. Elements of the Social Network.
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Got the whole paranoia going.
Yeah, the X-Files, all these shows, and they do
great shows.
Yeah, they are great shows, but they do a lot of stuff that's been there's a lot of, I think probably the heaviest influence is Fight Club, because one of the characters I question, is this character real?
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you watch carefully, only Elliot communicates with Mr. Robot for the most part. There's a scene where someone does communicate with him, but it turns out it's in a completely different lucid dream state kind of thing.
So it might be the guy Elliot might be Mr. Robot himself.
So I think there's this Tyler Durden type thing going on with him, but it's still too early to tell. But if you're paying attention, this is by the guys who did
The Matrix.
No, the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that's this is very David Fincher-esque. There's a lot of crazy stuff. There's a scene that was very similar to what's the biker show?
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, the last season. There's that scene, the preacher scene.
All right,
You're fucking rambling, man. Goddamn.
Dude,
I was saying,
fucked me up.
you were talking about Fight Club, but the new Fight Club comic is actually pretty cool. So y'all gotta definitely read that.
Fight Club Part 2 or whatever.
I like the way the episodes of Mr. Robot are named. They're named after programs.
Yeah, they're named of files.
Each
one's a specific
cool.
file.
The first one was Hello World, which is the first thing you learn when you take
coding.
C+ language and stuff like that.
Actually, it's almost any language you learn. The first thing they want you to do is print out "Hello World."
Yeah,
and I'm only I think I'm on episode 5 right now. But I will say this: he missed a fucking golden opportunity to go inside. On 2 chicks.
Yeah, see
you saw this drug dealer, which was fucking awesome in the first episode.
See, she reminds me of Marla from Fight Club. There's no doubt about it. But there's another girl.
She's a dirty hoe.
Yeah.
Filthy,
bloody skanky,
slutty chick. Just giving it out for any rock.
Yeah,
Well, she had that sound clip where she says, "I have been fucked like that since I was in grade school." That's a great quote.
But yeah, I mean, he could have gone inside on both at the same time, and they wanted to, but he didn't play his cards right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. See, I was mad at him.
Yeah, that's kind of unrealistic to me, because he has a couple of chicks pining for him,
yes,
and he doesn't know what to do. And I'm like,
socially awkward.
Yeah, but my thing is, if he's that awkward, he would not have that many chicks trying to let him go.
Is he almost like Asperger syndrome?
Almost. Away, though. Yeah. He's not full retard, but you know.
But those people that have Asperger's, they annoy me. They annoy the fuck out of me.
Sometimes,
seriously, they don't take social cues right. I'm just get the fuck away from me.
See, the difference is he knows that he has this issue. And I shout out to Gloria Rubin, because she still looks good in this show.
Gloria Rubin?
She's his therapist.
Oh yeah,
that's Gloria. Yeah. I was like, damn, where's she been at? Yeah, so she still looks. She's in Time Cop.
Yeah,
I was like,
old school.
Old school. I was like, God dang, she's still looking good. My thing is that he, with that kind of loneliness, I don't think he would have as many friends as he kind of does. I think he would maybe have that one friend who he grew up with, who he has that rapport.
Yeah,
and he tries to be the good guy. and he's just caught up in this funky underworld, and it's really dark and just like
it's good,
crazy. It is good. I'm liking it. I think it's important that people try to see that cybersecurity is important. I think they're trying to show that like kind of blatantly, but they show stuff like that's inherent, like the Evil Corp, which they start out as E Corp. Ever since they say that, it's been called Evil Corp, even though like any person that worked there would never call it Evil Corp. And they use the Enron symbol.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's totally like the Enron logo when they have the, like the floating E. But fuck, what I was gonna say, if you watch like the first 8 to 10 minutes of the show, you'll be fucking hooked. It just starts off cool as fuck, and he goes into this cafe and he just talks to this guy, and all shit just break down from there.
He destroys this dude's world.
Yeah.
All right,
within like 2 minutes.
We got a while. We'll talk about this for a while.
Yeah, we got a segue.
Yeah, please.
All right.
I'm gonna do a quick segue. I'm gonna
watch Mr. Robot.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out actually, and this is rare. Both Stitch, especially Stitch to begin with. No, actually, maybe it was Old Ninja. Both of them encouraged me to finally give a chance to Arrow.
Damn right.
I finally
about time.
I finally really got deep into it.
Deep inside.
I can't say it's my favorite, but I can say Felicity got some serious dogs. White girls are the future, and she is living fucking proof.
Yeah, she got that future on her. Sure.
I mean, I didn't notice it, and it was funny because in our offline chats, both Old Ninja and Stitch were like, wait for the donk.
Yep.
And this girl's wearing glasses and long pants and jackets and shit. And she's talking like a cool nerdy game with IT, and all of a sudden...
Yeah, when you see it for that first time...
She got in that cocktail dress.
Yeah, you're like, oh, where did that come from?
Got them handcuffs on her. And I was like, ooh.
Man.
But it's getting better because of Deathstroke and Felicity. And I'll give props to at least... Old Ninja and Stitch for
Deathstroke. He's fucking sucks, man.
How are you going to talk about Deathstroke? Shots fired.
Shots fired.
How are you going to talk like my rims ain't clean?
Oh, he doesn't have the Imp armor yet, but I hope they show that at some point. But I do love me some Deathstroke.
No, Deathstroke, he's cool.
He's taking that. He basically owns the show when he's on it. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Deathstroke and Slade are the same people, right?
Yeah, Slade Wilson. Yeah. So yeah, Felicity.
You ever read Deathstroke at all?
No.
Oh, dude, I got both volumes.
Yeah, you got to read
New 52. That guy he's a ridiculous Terminator. He's the best bounty hunter I've ever seen. In film. So anyway, what are we segueing into now? Are we still on TV?
Let's segue into that. No, hold on. Let's talk about that shit that we're talking about today with that dude.
Oh,
yeah, about females and video games.
Off about that.
TP, set it up, Kronos.
Yes, there was this article about. I think it was about like females in fighting games and shit like that, and how they weren't realistic. And then somebody had photoshopped a bunch of these female characters, like Sonya Blade, to be like realistic, and they were all all chubby as fuck, basically. And I got no problem with chubby chicks, I really don't. But if you're a fucking fighter, your ass ain't chubby. All right, nope. If you're a fighter, you're in fucking shape because you have to have the fucking cardiovascular fucking endurance.
Unless you're big country.
Shit. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You fucking stole my thunder. But he's the only fucking dude that can do that. Everybody else, though, you ain't get away with that shit. And these fucking social justice warriors want to say that it's not realistic, but it is realistic because women in real life do look like that. Fighters look like that. Women that fucking lift weights look like that. CrossFitters look like that. You know what I mean? It's like a whole bunch of chicks. You can look like that. And if I see somebody, and this is the problem that I have. Is that if I see somebody in a video game and they're buff as fuck, I don't think, oh my god, that's not realistic. I'm like, that, he's fucking buff. There's nothing, and if I want to look like that, then I'll go look like that. You know what I mean?
And you can go look like that.
Yeah, you can. You can take inspiration because those people really do look like that.
Yep. There's a Zangief out there right now.
Yeah, and he's fucking choking out bears and shit.
So just to we saw basically Zangief at Comic-Con. Yeah. He was dressed as the Hulk though, and it was the most freakiest thing I had ever seen because he was huge. Yeah. He wasn't big; he was huge. I was like, oh my god.
This is the problem: is that these people, they see video game characters and they see what they look like and they think, oh, it's not realistic. I can never look like that. I'm gonna fucking hate on this bullshit. When they themselves are, they have low self-esteem. They're usually overweight and they look nothing like that. But that's their decision. Is the way they look. If you were fine with the way that you look, that would not bother you in the least bit. Yep. So if you should either take inspiration from what they look like, or just don't let it bother you at all. I don't understand why somebody has to comment on it and be like, they're gonna hate on it. It's fucking bullshit.
I'm gonna piggyback because I agree with what you're saying, and I'm gonna take it one step further because people go way too far.
Yeah.
Here is my thing. There is no, and I'm a healthcare professional, believe it or fucking not. But there's no medical diagnosis or anything in anybody's medical charts that would say, as a result of playing Sonic the Hedgehog or Halo or any fucking video game, this person now has an eating disorder. This person now has suicidal thoughts. It's not out there in anybody in America or in the world's medical chart. The reason for that is the media doesn't directly cause medical conditions. And I know that seems controversial to some of you bitch-made motherfuckers. But that's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Quit being a part of victim culture and trying to find blame in a goddamn video game. There's nobody that has a fucking gun to your head. If you don't want to play Mortal Kombat, you don't have to play Mortal Kombat. If you don't want to read Cosmo with skinny bitches in it that make you quote-unquote feel bad, don't fucking read it.
Pick up fat chicks.
They're manufacturing blame more so than looking for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like me watching a movie that's fucking bullshit and then watching the whole fucking thing, be like, all right, you know what? I want them to fucking change the whole movie just for me. You know what? If I watch a movie and I don't fucking like it, you know what I do? I walk the fuck out.
Yes!
I'll just fucking leave.
How about that?
Yeah, it's not for me. I don't go and fucking write the director. It's like, you write it for somebody, right? It ain't for me.
Or, here's the other thing, because this is what SJWs really don't fucking get.
Hold on, SJWs, Social Justice Warriors.
Really don't get.
What the?
If you don't like something, not only do you not have a gun to your head to buy it, support it, watch it, whatever, but you have the fucking freedom in this country to make whatever you want. You can make your own comic, you can make your own video game, you can make your own movie, you can make your own YouTube video, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and we'll see how much of an audience wants to buy into your social justice bullshit.
And that's the problem, because they know in the back of their minds that they're fucking wrong, because no one's going to buy that shit. No. It's like, look, if you're playing a fighting game and the characters are in shape, that is normal. If you're playing a game that's about somebody sitting on the fucking couch eating Cheetos and they're in shape, that's very abnormal. All right, so that's where they're fucking shit up, because you're playing a game with somebody that's supposed to look like a fucking superhero. You can't have them look like a below average fuck.
Yeah. And plus, like, if these people do that, like create a comic book or create a video game and the shit doesn't sell, they're like, oh, it's because the media likes this and this and this, and they're gonna blame back on the media. It's like, dude, what the fuck? So, people just don't like your shit.
Perfect example is Blue is a huge Batman fan, as we all are. There's no doubt about it. Batman is a besides his hater ass Stitch, but
he likes eating dicks.
Yeah. Damn. But Batman is a white heterosexual male, and we're black men on this podcast. So, are you saying that we can't like Batman because we can't relate to him because he's a white male
and he's rich,
white billionaire,
white billionaire? Of course not. You can like who you like. You can be a little girl and really love Superman, or you can love Wonder Woman, or you can be a boy and love Wonder Woman.
This is the main problem, though, is that people. This is the problem with the whole social justice warrior movement and even fucking feminism, is that they want to put people in these little fucking categories. I'm all about less categories. All right, I don't give a fuck who you. We're all fucking humans. Yep. All right, we can all relate to each other in some way or another, and the fact that you want to separate us is what fucking bothers me. You know what I mean? It's like we're all just fucking people.
Yeah.
And you like what you like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hate on you for, as long as it's like you're not hurting somebody. Yeah. Then do what the fuck you want.
Or if you like little kids.
And then
if you're an adult and like little kids.
It's like your Batman comment, like when Christian Bale played Batman in a Batman movie, they posted up his workout routine, and I saw how fit he was. I'm like, well, shit, I can be Batman.
Yes.
So I looked up the routine that he did, like the foodie. I didn't do it, but I looked it up. I was like, oh shit, this is possible.
Well, and that's one of the main things, is that people, once they see that first of all, they leave it outside their mind that it's even possible. Once you see how much fucking hard work that it takes to do it, it's ridiculous. Like, look at the Rock. All right,
Yep.
The Rock has an achievable body for most people, but he also eats way more than most people do. He has like a 7,000 calorie fucking diet every goddamn day.
Not
those are his cheat days.
Not Twinkies and donuts and bullshit. A clean eating
diet. 7,000 calories.
Like cod and shit.
Yeah, a lot of cod. A lot of cod.
So
and people just people can't do that because they're fucking weak bitches. And The Rock is not a weak bitch.
No.
So
I'll play devil's advocate here.
Here
So
we go.
yeah. So the thing is, I think what they're trying to point out is that these characters people are looking at, and they want to see more realistic body types, not this like, well, I have to work and achieve at these. You know, because the picture y'all saw was what, Sonya Blade.
Yeah.
He also did it to Laura Croft.
Yeah, Laura Croft.
So he had the Laura Croft thing, and I think what he wants to try to show is that there should be a bit more diversity when they're making.
So realistically,
games.
would you see an overweight chick climbing up a fucking mountain?
The answer is fucking no. I'm going to answer for you.
You can see her falling down a mountain.
I'll probably see
That's
her
the
get
problem.
halfway. But
That's the problem.
the one the Laura Croft one that I saw was she was a little thicker, not like heavy.
Yeah, no.
She was just a little thicker, and I think that they want to try to show that with girls or young women that they can, have this certain body type and not be those models, and still have them, be in a game and be like, okay, this girl is built like me and kind of looks like me, so I can relate to her. So I may play this.
But that's
game.
unrealistic.
That's all the female characters in games they're like athletes. They're doing shit. They're not like, oh, I'm just pretty.
So are all the
getting
males,
things done.
too.
Yeah. So most of the males. I mean, but there's a couple things. Like some of the characters don't. The question is it necessary? So when you're playing like Parasite Eve or Final Fantasy, or you're playing like Alan Wake, anything like that, like games like even Resident Evil, like is it really necessary to have these people like completely fit, like always ready, or to be like an everyday person?
Every game you mentioned are all like there's some kind of important role. Like they have to be physically fit to be able to get things done.
Not necessarily. Like in Parasite Eve, not really. And then in Resident Evil, you're mainly like walking around solving puzzles.
But those characters weren't they like army people?
Somewhere. Yeah. Like if you played Resident Evil 0, one dude's a convict.
But hold on. No,
well, he's a convict.
Let me fuck up the entire premise, though. Because I think at its core, what you're not saying is that there's inherently a problem with said girl, who, let's just, 13, 14-year-old girl, whatever it is, looking at Laura Croft as she is right now, and therefore having to feel inferior, blah, 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 blah. The problem with that, and I reject the premise, is that the game doesn't make her have a mental illness of like an eating disorder or whatever the fuck it is. It's her having some type of propensity or family history or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm sorry, but we can't protect everybody from themselves.
Well, this is one of the problems too, is that when a little girl or anybody fucking sees something like that, and the fact that people are saying that it should inspire. Like, they should be thinking women can do shit like that. Not that I don't look like that. They should be thinking women can do, or just in general, people can do that. But on the other flip side, it's a fucking video game. All right? It's a fucking video game. Yeah. So it's not realistic at all.
So calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Can I just jump
in? No, hold on, Stitch. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying it reminds me of that thing that Cat Williams said. It's self-esteem. It's like how is that person supposed to make you feel how you feel about yourself or whatever? That's something you need to work out internally with yourself. It's called self-esteem for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I just piggyback on there on one quick point? Remember Ninja Warrior, which we all fucking love?
Oh, yeah. That show.
Remember that? I can't remember her name. If someone could
Casey Katzengaro?
There we go. 5 feet nothing.
Katzengano.
100 pounds.
Oh, no.
And small and athletic as fuck. This chick got through stage 1 and 2.
No, she finished.
She finished Mount
No, she didn't finish.
She did the stage 1 and 2. But the thing is, so they were doing Lady Ninja Warrior or whatever.
Don't dismiss.
I'm not dismissing. Okay. She did the male course. She did the guys track because they had one built for females.
Exactly.
She went and did the male track and
hold on.
finished it.
American Ninja Warrior does not have a female track.
Exactly.
Well, they had some like funky
It's
female
unisex.
thing. Yeah.
No, Japan does. They have.
maybe
Yeah.
that-
But
Kanochi.
American is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's my bigger point.
Yeah.
The point is, this girl didn't say, Laura Croft doesn't look like me. Let me start puking. No. She said, let me get off my fucking ass and work my ass off. And you know what? She did a lot better than 80 to 90% of the men on that show.
Yeah.
Conquering the warp wall alone at 5 feet nothing is a feat in and of itself. That means that little girl has hops, and I give props out to her. She has the technique, she put the time in, and she can do it, which is what everyone needs to say.
Yeah, she's fucking 4'11".
4'11".
Oh,
She went up
goddamn.
yeah.
4'11", and it's
And the warp wall is like 9 feet.
it's
Yeah.
more than that. I think it's
It's-
like 12 or something.
In this life, it should be about what you can do and aspire to do more, not what you can't do and then aspire to do less.
Yeah.
You know
Look
what
her
I mean?
up. Look her up if some of our
here.
listeners
Yeah, so
don't know.
her name is spelled Casey. It's Kacy. Last name Catanzaro, which is Catanzaro. But you know who actually is cooler than Casey Catanzaro is cool as fuck. But Steffi Graf or Jesse Graf.
I was about to say the
I
tennis
gotta
player?
Google. Yeah, because it always fucks me up. I'm pretty sure it's Jesse Graf.
Okay.
Remember Death Proof?
Yeah.
Remember the Australian chicken there?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's Zoe. What's her name?
Zoe Deschanel?
No,
I'm thinking of Zoe something. No, that's not her. Shit.
no. Her name is Zoe. She's a stunt woman.
Yeah.
We got
So
different chick.
Yeah, her name's Zoe.
Jesse Graf is also a stunt woman who looks kind of like her.
Yeah.
Look, dude, she looks kind of like her. Seriously.
Yeah, okay. But what about her, though?
No, look. You can look on the screen.
Oh,
the fuck?
Yeah,
we got
I
it.
saw
Yeah.
the look. Yeah, I saw the look.
But get to
I saw-
what we said about
Jesse
her.
Graf did very well this
Yeah.
season as well. It was
Oh,
fucking
on
amazing.
American Ninja Warrior.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
And these
yeah.
are all things that should be inspiring women and people in general, and that people are just overlooking. And these are the same people with those quote-unquote unrealistic body types.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
fucking bullshit.
This is her. Is this her? I believe the lady you're looking for is Zoe Bell.
Zoe Bell. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
So
on-
Zoe Bell,
Yeah.
she's famous because she always
She's
works.
cool as
She's a
fuck.
stunt woman, but she also works with Quentin Tarantino a lot. So she's in Death Proof. She's also in Django Unchained for like a minute. So she's
all over you.
yeah. So she's done. I've seen actually a couple. I saw this movie she's in called Raised.
Well, she was in Death Proof.
Yeah,
great.
but she's also she's also in Raised, where they have like women
That nobody's ever fucking seen. Okay.
No, but you can
Like-
watch. Yeah, it's like a Netflix film, not a Netflix and chill film. But just
Another
a
thing
Netflix
that
film.
females can do, like if you want to see what a woman's body can do, like look at chicks that do like CrossFit.
Yeah,
stuff
watch
like that.
any
Like,
cross, and it's
yeah.
going on right now. The CrossFit competition is going
I
on
just
right
watched
now.
it last weekend. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's ridiculous how well built these female athletes
Yeah.
are. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
You can fucking do it.
Well-
Just like every fat ass fucking dude can get off his goddamn ass and fucking do it.
You know what's amazing?
Just do it.
You know what's amazing to me though? When you look at the track stars, actually, and this is fascinating. The men and women in the sprints, the difference between the times is narrowing every fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost to the point where the world's fastest woman, in like the 100 meter, 400 meter, is closer and closer to the men.
That might have been true until what's his fucking name, Usain Bolt.
Oh,
he
no,
fucked that whole
he's
shit up.
fast-
Yeah.
He's fast as fuck. There's no doubt about
Well,
it.
he's a freak of nature though because he's lanky and so
He's 6'5".
yeah. So I used to be a sprinter and I still hold as far as I know, I still hold a school record in high school for the 40-yard dash. But the thing is, normally for sprinters, the shorter your legs were, the faster you could be. Because the thing is that you want to get your feet on the ground as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And it's easier if you have fucking shorter legs, all right? But Usain Bolt has fucking long-ass legs. And to have somebody to be able to move that fast previously was thought to be impossible by a human. But he's just blown it out of the water.
Got that quick tits.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
He is. There's no doubt about. All I'm saying is, look at the times of.
Hold on. Stitch
Go
was
ahead.
talking.
No, I was saying, yeah, even if you go back and watch all of Bolt's races, like he gets off to a sort of I wouldn't say a slow start.
Yeah.
But he's sort of in the middle, and then he gets to that third gear.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he just starts outstriding people. I even remember they did like a sports science on it where they count, they figured out, I guess, how many steps he actually takes during like the 100 meters.
It's
and
way
like,
less.
He takes like 4 less than like
Yeah.
the average sprinter does.
Because every average sprinter is way shorter than he is.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
so here's the thing: if you need inspiration, and you are female and you're looking for inspiration, there's plenty of them out there.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're going to name drop a few.
Yes.
I'm going to do my girl, Gina Carano.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
my God. Because she redefined sexuality, I think, out there. Because she is retardedly buff, but she still got that ass, though.
Well, she introduced women's MMA to the fucking world. Ronda Rousey, and I love Ronda Rousey. She's fucking great.
Yep.
She's the most dominant, the best fucking female fighter ever, as far as I'm concerned. But Gina Carano is the one who really brought it to the mainstream. Her versus, I forgot her fucking name.
I know
Julie
what you're talking
Kedzie, I think
about.
it was. I think it was Julie Kedzie. That was an amazing fucking fight, and you rarely see boring female fights. They can fucking go after it.
Another one, Serena Williams.
Yeah.
She's out there.
Wait,
Zoe Bell.
Hold on, wait. Serena got all kind of ass and titties for fucking days.
Yeah, she does.
Just
but
to
she,
put that out there.
She, so if you haven't seen Pixel like I did, she is in that movie.
Really? Okay. Good
Yeah,
shit.
she has actually.
You watch fucking Pixels?
I did watch
What's wrong with
Pixel.
you? That
It was like
awful.
I heard that
It was
was dog
$2.
shit.
Yeah.
It was $2, and Peter Dinklage and Serena Williams are actually pretty awesome.
Well, I was gonna say that another thing girls can do out there too is get into dancing. Like a lot of dancers, like professional dancers, those motherfuckers are fit. And like even like the old, like if you look at an old lady who's been dancing all of her life, her body is still like fucking banging for the most part.
Here's confession time. Obviously, we know about the number one dancer of all time, J-Lo, with all that donk. But I would still
Paul
fuck
Abdul.
Debbie Allen.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Debbie
Wait, hold on. Pause real quick. Gina Carano's going to be in Deadpool.
Yes.
Really?
Holy
Yeah.
shit! I did
Wait,
not know that.
Y'all did not know that?
No,
Yeah.
I did not know
So,
that.
okay. Oh, so Deadpool, real quick segue. They posted new pics today. So there's an X-Men character. I forgot the name. But yeah, Gina Carano. I don't know if she plays an X-Men, but she is in the movie. As well as the lady from Gotham.
Okay.
Marina Borch. I don't remember. She was
Marina
at the Gotham.
Barra-
Oh, they got the long
Yeah.
neck. She was from Firefly.
She's
I
also
know what
in
you're talking
V.
about.
Oh.
She's also in the V.
She's fucking smoking.
It's Marina Bakari.
Yeah, so
Bakari.
Yeah, so she was in V, the little short-lived.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's still hard to find. I can't. I never got a chance. to
Well, it got
finish
canceled.
I know, but I wanted
halfway
to
through.
finish what I was watching. Just like
Oh.
Revolution got
hold
canceled.
on. I got to shit on somebody real quick. I
shit.
got to shit on Prodigy.
Oh,
This motherfucker. I let him borrow some comics, and I have all my shit backed and board. This motherfucker don't.
oh,
All right, he leaves his shit all fucking fucked up. Anyway, I had my shit backed and boarded. I gave him to him. I gave him 2 comics, and both of them came back fucked up. Like he the first one he just fucking cut my goddamn tape like it wasn't fucking there.
I sure did.
I was like, this mother, and then the other one he fucking folded it over. I'm like, who the fuck does that? It's the tape is there for fucking so you can put the shit back. So I actually bought different bags for this stupid motherfucker. So it's easier to fucking do. Yeah, it just because
So
it
old
reseals
niggas pulling it up
automatically.
right now.
I haven't even seen these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the old school with the tape.
Yo, the tape, yeah. I was so fucking mad when I got that shit back.
Ass shit.
I had to fucking throw them away.
I did do some noob shit, you know.
This motherfucker.
There you go, bruh.
There ain't no excuse. I can't say shit. I noobed it.
You didn't have bags and boards when you were a kid?
So I did, but I fucked it up. I either cut it, you know.
Yeah, you fucked mine up too.
Yeah. He ain't gonna let me borrow shit.
The more you know.
Yeah. Okay, so segue into goddamn motherfucking comics though, because there's a lot going on.
Oh yeah.
Should we start with Cyborg?
Who's our Cyborg? How'd you like it?
So I haven't quite read it yet.
Oh,
So,
motherfucker.
So you read it though?
I read it. I liked it.
He says, let's start with Starborg, even though I haven't read it.
Yeah, okay, I don't care. Shout out to Cyborg. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So it's pretty good so far. I don't have a whole lot of his backstory, but I do know that him and his father have issues, and it's pretty good to see that there's already conflict right in the very beginning, and he's getting some new powers.
So they
in
go
the
into,
comic.
did they go into his backstory, or they just, hey, this cyborg?
It's a little bit so far because it
do
starts
flashbacks?
off, some flashbacks, and he's talking about him and his dad and how his dad doesn't really care unless he's like hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the first issue talks about him, the times that he's died, and when his dad was there, because his dad really doesn't give a fuck about him unless he's hurt,
Yeah.
or
He's a
unless he can do
scientist,
some.
though, right? His
He's a
dad's
scientist.
like
Yeah, his dad's a scientist. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's some possibly way bigger shit going on. There's like some techno fucking war going on. So I can dig it. However, a better comic
Okay.
I started reading, The Manhattan Project,
Bye.
is by Jonathan Hickman. Jonathan Hickman, I doubt you're gonna listen to this, but you're a bad motherfucker. All right, you're my favorite fucking writer right now. He's made fucking yeah. I'm gonna suck that dick. Anyway, you're a bad motherfucker, man. He wrote East to West, which is fucking badass.
He wants you to bust on it.
Yeah, he wrote the New Avengers, bad fucking ass, and he wrote the Manhattan Project, which is fucking badass. You need to y'all need to fucking read that shit, all right? The Manhattan Project. And it's ongoing. I got the first trade paperback. I read it, and I couldn't fucking stop. So I same day deliveried the next two.
Hey, let me borrow that, back and board.
Yeah. I can borrow, have it. It's over there.
You'd be like, you have to read it here, motherfucker.
Yeah. You sit down, you sit in the corner. Yeah. And you started reading The Wicked and the Divine.
Okay, so here's the thing. Kronos has told me, hey, The Wicked and the Divine was good shit with the gods and they're pop stars and they make orgasms when they sing, some of them. Let me tell y'all right motherfucking now. The Wicked and the Divine is the motherfucking truth.
It's got some clean ass artwork, doesn't it?
It's clean as fuck. It's in London, or the UK, and they got a fangirl who's biracial and cute and whatnot. And she's like a 17, 18-year-old girl.
Yeah. Pervert.
Well, hey, look. It's fiction. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's following around these pop stars, and in the first trade paperback, and it's by Image, by the way.
Yeah.
And the gods are epic. They're violent. They're
hold on. You got to
narcissistic.
We got to tell. So they're gods. So every 90 years, I think, something like that.
90 years. Yeah.
I think it's every 90 years. Random, quote unquote, sort of random gods get resurrected.
Yep.
And they can live, and they manifest themselves in mortals' bodies.
Yeah.
So it could be like me, and all of a sudden I'm Baphomet.
Yeah.
Right? The fucking god of whatever the fuck.
Look, good pronunciation.
Yeah.
I fucked that
I'm
up.
pretty
in
sure
my
it's Baphomet,
mind.
right?
I think that's right.
Yeah. The fucking go-headed dude.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
did you notice that Baal
Yeah.
he seems exactly like Kanye West, which I know Stitch will love.
Yeah.
When you read it, Stitch, you're gonna be like,
Yeah, you should read it, man.
Kanye motherfucker.
That's fucking great.
So
But the main thing is though they only have 2 years to live after they become a god.
Exactly.
So
but,
does the person continue living after the god left their body?
I'm fairly certain they don't.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they fucking die.
That fucking sucks.
But the god who stole the show, at least in the first trade paperback, was Lucy. Yeah,
fucking Lucifer. Yeah, it's a chick.
A female Lucifer who's amazing. And here's the best part about it. If you get up on it now, you're going to be able to be one of these motherfuckers that gets to say, oh, I read the comic before the TV series. Because Universal has bought the rights.
Wow.
And is about to do a TV series. And then all of these motherfuckers are going to be like, oh, I like The Wicked and the Divine. I don't know what channel it's going to be on. But if they follow the comic, it's going to be epic. It's out of, I would say, East to West is a 98, 99 out of 100. This is, even though I've only read one trade paperback, this is a 97, 98 right there.
It's really, it's good. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that out.
High recommendation.
Definitely have to read that one.
All right, anybody else reading something? Stitch, Blue?
Well, I just picked up. I just downloaded because I don't do paper. I do digital copies of my comics.
Motherfucker, man. Why you gotta go new school and shit? We're fucking old, goddamn. We gotta get newspapers and shit.
Hey,
I ain't got time for paper cuts.
Magazines and shit.
But I picked up the year 4 of Gods Among Us, the Injustice League, and basically I read all 13. There's only 13 editions that are out right now. I read all 13 today.
Did you watch the movie?
Gods and Monsters?
I'm sorry, Gods and Monsters.
I watched the movie, but basically in year 4, like Batman and Superman are like they're going at it, like they're not friends anymore. Like Batman. So basically, the premise is if you play the game Gods Among Us or
Gods Among Us.
Yeah, Joker makes Batman kill Lois Lane, and when Lois dies, Gotham City fucking blows up. So everybody in Gotham City dies. So pretty much Batman lost everybody, everybody he cared about.
I thought it was Superman who kills Lois Lane.
What did I
accident. Say? You said Batman.
Oh, I meant Superman. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But so fast forward to year 4. So this is 4 years after that happened. Basically, Superman controlled the world. He's making people like he's kind of
he's a dictator.
A dictator, basically. Yeah, Superman's a dictator. Like people can't piss without his permission, basically.
Damn.
And Batman's trying to stop him. Like Batman and like all of his crew is trying to stop him. So
what's his crew though? Is it Batgirl?
Batgirl is the Oracle, so she's not Batgirl.
Okay.
Oh, she's
but
all broken shit.
Batwoman's in it. Catwoman, since the Joker's dead, Harley Quinn's on his team, and she's fucking hilarious as hell. So she ends up hooking up with Green Arrow, which is funny as fuck.
Wow.
Damn.
But then Queen
of Spades.
Oh!
Damn.
Is it John? That's the.
Oh no, that's the Green Lantern.
It's Quinn.
Oliver Queen.
Oliver Queen.
Who's the black one?
You
said Green Arrow.
Green
I
Arrow.
thought you said Green
Green
Lantern. No,
Lantern.
I'm sorry.
No, you think it's
I
John
said Green
Stewart.
Lantern.
Oh, because Hot Girl,
Yeah.
Hot is in the game. Hot Girl.
He goes inside.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Hot Girl's not in the comic books. I don't. Oh no,
She's in the game.
She's in the comic books, but she's only in year 1. There's some shit that happens. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
Well, you already did. She's fucking dead. All right.
No, she goes back home. That's what happens. She goes back home.
Yeah,
Damn.
she goes to Hawkland.
But like Batman keeps trying to come up with different ways to take down Superman. Like he gets these pills that basically give people Superman's strength. They can't fly or anything, but they give him his strength, so he's able to fight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but like Superman thought of an idea like all this shit went down last year, and like basically Batman goes into hiding. He's like in a lead like a lead mine, so Superman can't fucking see him or whatever.
You know what's funny? Like, when they do that, like they say that they put him in lead and they can't see it, but he would see that he couldn't see there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, damn, that's a good point.
Yeah,
It's like there's a metal box in the middle of the city. Where could they be hiding?
Yeah, usually that's what usually alludes him to like go. That's how Lex Luthor usually catches
Yeah,
them.
one plus I can't see.
You fucked up Batman versus Superman.
What the fuck?
Sorry, y'all.
Look, there's a lead box. I wonder what's in it. Oh shit, kryptonite.
It's the same thing with werewolves. Was it werewolves? No, vampires.
Oh yeah,
Remember
vampires.
they come out at night
So-
and there's the moon's out, but there's still fucking
Yeah, that's sunlight.
Yeah, still sunlight.
Yeah.
It's
Wait.
bouncing off the moon.
So just before you continue, Blue, does Alfred take one of the pills?
Alfred. So there's a scene where or page where Superman goes into Batcave, and this is when Superman outs Batman as being Bruce Wayne to the fucking world.
Wow.
So he becomes like criminal number 1. But Alfred takes one of those pills, and like this is after Superman breaks Batman's back, and Alfred gets fucking pissed, and you just see him like coming out of nowhere, just fucking sucker punching Superman and just start beating him down into the ground, like fucking like in the prison cells or whatever.
Yeah,
so he's like just punch him in the face.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I actually read that panel, and I was like, "What the hell's going on? How is Alfred kicking this shit out of Superman?"
Every comic book is pretty short, but it's a really good read. But year 4, basically Batman works with the death god. What's his name? Hades. He works with Hades to kind of work something out with Zeus, and basically Zeus gets pissed off that Superman is pretending to be the god of Earth. And so Zeus basically tells all the Amazonians, or whatever.
Amazonians.
Yeah, them and like all of his people, like, hey, we need you to go and stop Superman. Like, either kill him or tell him to step down or go back to his fucking home world or leave Earth.
But Wonder Woman is one of the Amazonians.
Yes, so which is fucking cool. So basically, like Wonder Woman's like, what are you guys doing here? Like, what the fuck? So
she could probably fight Superman on
that's the thing.
Level.
Like Superman's like, or Wonder Woman's like, how about we do this? Instead, we'll send out our champions. Like, we'll have one champion from your side and one champion from our side fight, and whoever wins determines like the fate of everything. So Superman or Wonder Woman's like, I'll fight for our side. But Superman's like, no, I'll fight. And then right when he did that, like Wonder Woman's like, she's like, okay, you go ahead. And then Batman's like, well, we choose Wonder Woman to fight for our side because she's an Amazonian, so she's got to fight for their side. So Batman and Superman fight against each other, or Wonder Woman and Superman fight against each other, and Wonder Woman fucks Superman up. She kicked his fucking ass. Yeah. Like she fucks him up badly.
She's like one of the greatest female protagonists ever. And hold on, I gotta rewind to I think it was last podcast when we have K-Mac on.
Okay,
last one, right?
Yeah.
So I actually looked up and we were talking about like the Amazonians and where the fuck she was from.
Yeah, Themyscira.
Themyscira.
Oh, Themyscira.
And it's in the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, yeah, because it's hard to get to because you can't just go to it. You have to be like let in.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Just another thing to add on here. Hercules, the son of Zeus, shows up.
Damn.
And him and Superman fight.
Nice.
And Superman had no fucking chance. Hercules hit him once, send him into fucking orbit.
But Goku can't win, huh?
Yeah.
The fuck.
You know what? I was so upset about that shit. I fucking
bullshit.
I rage quit after watching that video.
Yeah, screw attack. You can go fuck yourself.
So that's from your previous podcast. I had something to say about that, but we'll segue into something else.
Okay.
All right, so hold on, Stitch.
Yo.
You want to talk about your cheese theory?
Yeah. What's your magic of cheese, motherfucker?
What?
Oh, my cheese theory. Okay.
This is all you, man.
I mean, obviously, I love fried chicken.
Hold on.
I can't
tell us how you hate white
Just
people.
like
Anyway.
fried chicken is delicious. I can go around rating fried chicken places, and I feel like I'm the Siskel and Ebert of fried chicken. But I think this sort of goes back to my growing up. I grew up in California, was at a very diverse high school, and then I moved to New Jersey, where I was actually the only black kid in my graduating class.
Oh shit!
And obviously, you're friends with a lot of white people. So you hear like the
Wait, hold on. Were they orange people that you graduated with?
Fried chicken jokes and everything.
I can't hear me.
But what I noticed, and I think I started picking this up when I was in New Jersey, is white people have such a strong love for specialty cheeses. And every time I'm in the supermarket and I pass by the cheese aisle, I will see a white person, male, female, totally perplexed, looking at cheeses. Like,
okay, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna pause right there. I think you're missing two things. One, rich white people, and two, wine. Wine, cheese, and rich white people go hand in hand.
Well, I've done a little bit of research myself and everything, and I decided to hit the streets, and I surveyed about 20 of my white friends their top 5 favorite cheeses.
Black on the beat.
Now I want to. I know Kronos and Blue, you're both dating Caucasian females.
Blue's dating. Hold on.
I'm gonna do this.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Blue's chick only looks Caucasian. She is not Caucasian.
Can name the top 5.
He can't hear. Wait, Stitch. Before you go, just to correct you, Blue is dating a Latina.
Yeah.
And Kronos.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
My bad.
She's dating a Latina, and Kronos is dating a
She's
white
just
girl.
very Soniverse.
Yeah.
Okay. And white girls are still the future.
Oh, that future. Hashtag Felicity Dump.
So Kronos, do you want to go first and try to name the top 5 cheeses?
The top 5 cheeses.
Family Feud.
Well, just like for white people, because I fucking love cheese too, man. I love me some good fucking cheddar, man.
I
just saying.
I like that American cheese.
People, and I got their top 5.
The top 5. Oh, if they're white people, I'd probably say some shit like Gruyere or some Munster or some shit. Some fucking fancy ass cheeses, man.
This conversation is dank as fuck. I just want everybody to know.
So I'm curious. What were they?
Okay, well, the top one was cheddar.
Cheddar, yeah, some sharp cheddar. It's good as fuck.
Wait, are we all supposed to name our cheese?
No, just saying white folks.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, cheddar was number 1. Number 2 was mozzarella.
That's bullshit.
Number 3 was pepper jack.
Oh, I love me some pepper jack.
These are commoners cheeses.
Yeah, they're common cheeses, man.
I've never had, Gouda. I don't know anything.
You never had Gouda?
Gouda's actually pretty damn good.
So I guess now we're white. All right, what's the next one?
All right, go ahead.
And then number 5 was Parmesan. But
Parmesan. Those aren't fucking fancy.
Okay, let me say this because
that's not fancy.
I do have a black girlfriend, but she white as fuck though. and I will say, her ass exposed me to about 20 different cheeses that you didn't fucking name.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she will eat them. Her family.
Talking about some brie?
Yeah. Oh, God. Brie stank. God dang.
I'm talking about some Limburger.
Oh, God, that stinks too.
Yeah, some stanky.
Oh, man. Limburger smells like someone took a hot
shit like feet, man.
Wait,
on your fucking table.
Let me ask, not that I'm going to ever bring this over to Kronos' house, but have y'all had durian?
Oh, you motherfucker, man.
No. Oh,
well, you know I have.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. Whenever you meet anybody from, like, freshly here from Southeast Asia, mention durian to their ass. Because in Malaysia and Indonesia and a whole bunch of places in Asia, it's the stank fruit. It smells like underwear in the locker room.
It smells so bad that you cannot fly with it on an airplane.
No.
In your check bag, in fucking saran wrap, in a fucking air sealed fucking package, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
they will not let you fly with it. It smells that bad.
I've had durian ice cream, which is really fucking good, which you can have at this ice cream parlor in San Francisco called Pollyann.
Yeah.
Really fucking good.
But it's dank as fuck because it's so stanky. But here's the thing that tripped me out. It comes in these little pods, and it's the most protein-rich fruit you can ever imagine. And it's weird to have a fruit that's that proteiny. So Blue is right now showing us pictures of the
Superman getting his ass beat.
This is Hercules punching Superman.
I was actually going to make a comment about that. So what I think is funny is that in both Marvel and DC, they have Roman and Greek gods in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that it's only a matter of time until we have the god that we call, well, not we, that the Christians call God right now, and like the other religions call God.
Jeez.
to like be basically fucking mythology. You know what I mean? Because mythology back in the day, that was a fucking truth.
Yep.
They really believed in all those fucking gods, and all of a sudden they don't because they realize that was fucking bullshit. And I think the same thing's gonna happen today.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll find a new god, maybe they won't. But I think the same thing's gonna happen where it's gonna be the same kind of mythology.
I got my god, and it's Cthulhu.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. So segue in like an awkward motherfucker. Ashley Madison hack. Did we ever talk about this?
I'm loving all this fucking story.
Yeah,
the reason why I love it is because it's perfect timing. Because they have gay marriage legalized everywhere.
Yeah.
And people are talking about the sanctity of marriage. And there were 37 million people on this fucking
Madison?
site
Yeah.
on Ashley Madison. So if for y'all didn't know, AshleyMadison.com was a website for people to date that were married. So if you're married, you can go on this site knowing that you're married and pick up on other people that were married. And that's the thing that they would do. And meanwhile, people that were gay, that were faithful, couldn't get married at all.
Yeah.
And that's fucking bullshit.
So wait, Ashley Madison isn't that a porn star?
It probably is.
I think Ashley Madison is a porn star who started the site.
Well, wasn't she the what's the name house lady? She was a madame, wasn't she?
Madame.
What is it called for a woman that has
madam?
hookers? Yeah, she was a madam.
I'm thinking of Heidi Fleiss.
Yeah.
That's what.
That's
Heidi Fleiss was,
But did y'all see Gods and Monsters? Hold up.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Well,
Yes.
we'll talk about that. But
So I'm gonna get it. I'll buy it probably tonight and get it tomorrow.
Oh fuck.
fuck.
Actually, I'll probably just go to the store tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Why fucking get
Why-
it later?
Why not
Why
just
don't
get
we-
it digital download?
Why don't we save it till y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all
Did you watch it?
Yeah, we
saw it at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And I watched it.
I want to watch it.
Well, I just want to talk real quick on Batman Bad Blood.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Did y'all guys hear about that?
No.
So this is going to be the next Batman movie that takes place after Batman versus Robin. So basically,
Is it animated?
yes, it's animated.
Okay.
So it's not. There's no trailer for it yet. They had just the still shots, like the pencil drawing and stuff like that. So basically, what happened is Batman goes missing, and Nightwing fills in for Batman. And there's just all this shit that happens. Like the whole family's like disorganized. Like they introduce Batwoman is in this one.
I like. Well, we'll go back to her, but
Yeah, so Batwoman's in this one. They introduce her. They talk about they introduce what's his name, Batwing, the black Batman, basically, and they go into his backstory, and they just pretty much introduce all these new characters, and they have these new villains that. So you know how like in with Spider-Man how there's the Sinister Six.
Yes.
So there's all these low-level Batman villains that get together and start wrecking shit. Like
Nice.
each one of them by themselves can't do that much of a damage. Like there's Firefly, Killer Moth. Like Killer Moth can't do a damn thing.
Firefly, yeah, I guess
He's
it'd
low
be-
level.
Yeah, he's low level, but they all get together and they start hecking or taking over shit because like Batman's not in the picture, but Robin takes over the mantle. I mean, Nightwing takes over the mantle. But like, it seems like a pretty cool story. Damian's in it, so he's like, "Hey, I should be Batman. Like, I'm really his fucking son. Like,
he
what
must
the
be
fuck?"
young though. He's probably still young.
Yeah, and there's a scene where Damian tries to grab Batwoman, and Batwoman also uses gun, which is really rare. And
Whoa.
yeah, Batman doesn't like Batwoman because she's not part of the family. She's like a girl he saved.
So, about Batwoman, is this the one from the animated movie like years ago?
No, not that one.
Not that one
No.
where she had that full
This is the red hair.
bodysuit?
Yeah, this is the red haired Batwoman.
Oh, okay.
The lesbian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See,
yeah.
I need to go because the one there was the
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. So you know which the mystery of the Batwoman one.
Yeah,
where
I know
she
it's
had
not-
the
yeah.
full bodysuit with
There
the red.
were 3 of them.
Yeah, and then
three
they
girls.
that one was kind of interesting. But
Yeah.
I was seeing if they were bringing that back or whatnot. And then is Azrael back? Is he Batwing?
No, he's not.
Oh,
No.
I kind of like that dude.
Oh yeah, the
black dude.
Yeah, he is. It is him.
Yeah, because in the comics he's actually taken over a couple times, but because his mental unstableness, he's actually killed people as Batman.
No, it's not him. Then
It's not him?
He's in the.
He's supposed to be good now. He like took some time off.
But he's the one like
eggplants.
He like really does up the Batman suit.
He's a black
after he
dude, though,
takes
right?
Is he black?
Yeah,
I thought he was white.
Azrael's black.
No.
He's a black dude.
Yeah.
Like he's an ex-cop who got like he's in Arkham
Okay, then
Knight.
it's not him.
You
Because
put-
this
he's
guy,
the dude that said he should be the next.
the guy, Lucius' son is Batwing in this movie.
Oh, okay.
So like the son discovers that Lucius is helping out Batman. He's like, "Hey, I want to do this. Like, let me help out and stuff like that." So he creates a Batwing suit for him, so he can help out Batman. Or more, he probably stole it, but we'll get into that.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, that was some sound effect. Maybe it means a segue. I'm going to use it as a segue.
Motherfucker.
So, yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Really quickly, Eminem is now an honorary member of NWA, one of the most influential West Coast rap groups of all fucking time. Mm-hmm. And actually, that changed music, influentially quite a bit from the late 80s.
Whose movie will be out in 2 weeks?
Oh, shit, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not
what
going.
do y'all feel about this? Is this all good? Okay. I love Eminem.
Is he from the East Coast? He's from Detroit.
No, he's from Detroit.
He's from the D.
It's pretty much the East Coast, though. It's pretty fucking close to the East Coast. It's on the East Coast fucking time zone. So
yeah.
So I'm going to say this. I'm not trying to see the movie opening weekend because I'm not trying to get shot. And I don't
get high.
Yeah, I don't have Kevlar on the way, and I don't plan on investing.
I do. You want spotty armor? Legit, I do have some.
Yeah, I know. I've held your Kevlar. I've seen your.
That sounded gay as
fuck.
Yeah,
well, no, that's not Kevlar.
I feel
my body armor isn't Kevlar.
Damn. I feel so cheap and used. But yeah. So I've seen them in the Up in Smoke tour where Eminem was there, but they had Snoop Dogg taking over Eazy-E's place. Okay. So I mean, it worked out for a minute. It was cool, but I mean, I can see that. I can see like new fire coming from it. However, M is not a West Coast rapper.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Even West Coast.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people wouldn't feel as comfortable with like Kendrick Lamar or another West Coast rapper. That'd be a good
one. Kendrick would be a good one.
Yeah, see,
he is young though.
He is. That's the thing, though.
But hold on, M's been in the game. Died young.
He did die young. He did die young. He's in mid 30s, early 30s.
Early 30s, I believe. He's probably 33.
Yeah, something like that.
Jesus,
Stitch, what you got on Eminem as NWA?
I really don't want to see Eminem involved in this at all. I think NWA, obviously, as you said, is more of a West Coast type feel. It really talks about like the history of West Coast and gangster rap, and to bring someone like Eminem just kind of it doesn't feel right. Eminem to me is more of a shock type rapper. Like when he came out, no one had ever heard his style before. He was just saying crazy shit like I'm going to put my baby mama in the trunk and chop her up.
You just described NWA. You know that, right? Because when they came out, nobody had ever heard it. No one had heard the language of the streets when they came out.
Yeah, but Eminem, all of his songs were like comedy.
That's different, though. Like
shit you would laugh at.
NWA was talking about like cultural type stuff. Mm-hmm. Eminem was just talking about his crazy ass, fucked up baby mama relationship or whatever, and it's almost like you can get so many other people from the entire state of California. You get fucking I'd rather have Too Short up there than fucking.
So hold on.
Than fucking Eminem.
Too Short, E40.
Okay, I missed the first part because my headphones weren't on, but the part that I did hear was that you were saying that Eminem was talking about shit that he knew about, but at the same time, I mean that's what NWA was talking about, shit that he knew about. I'm very certain that there's people from the Detroit area and Michigan in general, or even white people in general, that are living in by meager means that can identify with Eminem. Hence his pretty heavy following.
I agree,
but you're right. It's not West Coast.
That to me, that doesn't have anything to do with the '90s, the LA riots,
sure.
or anything of that nature.
I agree. I missed the first part of your shit, so sorry.
No, I was saying, I agree. What he raps about does have validity, but in terms of the early '90s and the timepiece of where we're going with that, he's the odd man out. It doesn't have anything to do with what was going on in the '90s with the LA riots and shit like that. Eminem is not a part of that.
Yeah, I totally agree.
What you got, Blue?
Yeah, my take on it. I mean, I like Eminem. He's a good rapper. Like, he came out. He didn't come out strong, but like what they played on the radio was kind of like whack stuff. Like, oh, like my bum is on his lips. My bum, like stuff like that wasn't real cool. But
you talking about Tom Green?
Yeah, but no. But in one of the Eminem songs, he says
my bum was on the wall.
Yeah. But just him being part of NWA, just since he's not from the West Coast, it doesn't seem right. And I mean, he's a good rapper, but his flow isn't NWA.
Yeah, it's not a West Coast flow.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And like I know he was under Dr. Dre and stuff like that, and who was original founders of NWA. But you know, just let NWA be NWA. Don't try to add more people to it. Like, let us keep our idols or our childhood people who we know, and don't try to change shit.
Well, Eazy-E is not my idol. He died of AIDS.
Oh, you motherfucker!
I'm not trying to die.
Damn.
He's a good rapper though.
He died at 31.
Dang
Yeah,
fuck.
he did. I'm gonna say this really quickly. M was one of my all-time favorite rappers. There's no
It's
doubt
fucking
about
hilarious.
Pac was mine.
And Pac is way up there too. All I'm saying is, yes, you guys are absolutely right. He is not West Coast, but in terms of embodying that spirit of I don't give a fuck, which was Eazy-E, Jerry Curl, and all Compton's finest. I really can't think of a better one to replace than him. Even though
Kendrick, man, I'm sorry.
I can't get down with Kendrick for replacing Eazy-E, given the fact that he's still in his 20s and he was a baby at the time. I agree, because what was he, born in 88, 89?
That doesn't matter though. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter.
For me, it does. I feel like Eminem
But at least
grew up listening to Eazy.
Yeah.
That's my thing. And maybe.
So you don't think Kendrick did either? I mean, he was definitely
he did.
influenced.
But to be like high school age during that time of Eazy-E being out and NWA being out versus listening 10, 15 years later.
Do you know who Gil Scott-Heron is?
Of course.
That
I do, but
was before our time, right? I mean, come on, man.
I do know, but I don't know like the people of the 70s really knew.
How do they know more than us? I mean, we have the same information.
I don't think we, growing up in that bubble of that time period, can appreciate all of the things that were going on, because it wasn't just the LA riots. It wasn't just, to use movies like Boys in the Hood and Colors and whatnot. It was a lot of little culmination of things that were going on in South Central LA in the late 80s with the crack epidemic. But all that being aside, I respect everybody's opinion. Just personally, I am okay with him passing the torch to him.
I just think it's too distracting to have him up there. Like,
why? Because he's white? You racist motherfucker!
Oh, man. So, for those that don't agree with him being in, who would you rather see instead of M?
Kendrick, man.
Kendrick?
Yeah. Everybody loves Kendrick. Kendrick
Kendrick
awesome.
is sick, but I kind of see.
I think Kanye should.
What the hell?
So hold on. So Kendrick Lamar brought me back to rap.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't listen to rap for a long time. I'm a big metal guy. All you guys know that.
Yeah.
I love fucking metal.
You white
fuck it, man.
race traitor.
Because there's a lot of fucking shit ass fucking music out there.
Yeah.
And Kendrick helped bring me back. I mean, there's some other folks out there too that are good as well.
For me, Lupe Fiasco, I think is good. I can't see him in NWA. No, but
that?
He's on that different level.
He's
I
conscious.
think him and Kendrick are on kind of the same wavelength.
Who did a Solo Dolo? What's that dude's name?
Oh, that's Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi. He was very good as well.
Oh, that dude's too busy smashing on Amanda Bynes.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Hey,
White
you
girls
gotta
on the
bust a
future.
nut.
Hey, she cleaned up
crazy
a
the
little bit.
motherfucker though.
Yeah.
She is.
That's the best pussy.
Oh.
But he stopped fucking with it. So, he might have went back. She cleaned up. She recently came out, looked clean, did her hair good, nails done.
All right.
Oh shit! Sorry, I gotta just throw this shit out there. Have you guys started watching Sense8 yet?
No.
Yes, I started watching the first one.
Yeah, the first fucking episode, the part with the lesbians.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Oh man, I fucking died out laughing.
They had a rainbow strap on, y'all.
Yeah. But this was the crazy part. After the chick was fucking the other chick, she like took it off and threw it on the floor, and they fucking showed the jizz and stuff.
Oh,
it was fucking great.
Wait, so you mean you saw her vaginal secretion?
You saw, yeah.
So I will tell you why this show has potential. So it's by the Wachowskis.
That's
can't even
right.
say brothers
That's
anymore
right.
because it's brother and sister. So it's the Wachowskis, and their past few movies have fallen into this fate to where they didn't have enough time to tell you what they were trying to tell you.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of muddled and fucked up and bullshit. But I think Sense8 is going to be better for them because they can draw out the whole story. Because like if you watch Cloud Atlas, that movie was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
that was really long.
I had to concentrate way too much on what the fuck was going on. I was like, God damn it, this is bullshit.
It looks shitty.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
It's all right.
And then Jupiter Ascending, if they would have made it into more movies and like drawn it out, it'd have been way better.
Way better. But they stuffed everything in the one, and I'm like, dude, this
fucking
is
retarded.
This is not working for me. I mean, as hot as Mila Kunis is, I'm like, dude,
she couldn't save the movie.
You can't save.
No,
you cannot.
And Channing Tatum was fucking retarded.
He didn't Tatum all of that.
Yeah, well, for me, it's all about Sean Bean because Sean Bean is amazing.
He didn't die, so that was
He didn't
great.
die, but in almost every movie, he's always a badass. So
yeah,
and he's in Pixels.
But yeah, so I think this is a better medium for them, which gives me hope because they're supposed to do a modern adaptation of Robin Hood.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be in movie
Arrow.
form. Well, I don't know if it's going to be in movie form or in TV show form, but we'll see.
Stitch and Old Ninja saw some bullshit called hashtag white people. Mm-hmm. What is this?
I saw it as well.
Oh, and so did the Blue. All right, let's go.
Stitch, you can go. Start it out.
Because he's eating mouthful of bullshit.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Hey, I'm away from the mic.
Smacking and shit.
We can hear you though. If you're back here.
Yeah.
Hey, Stitch.
That's because you're sitting next to me.
Stitch. Hey!
Stitch, you with us?
I ended up watching the first half of that movie. Well, actually, a documentary done by MTV. I was a little bit nervous at first.
How you like it, man?
Go ahead. Tell us what you thought. These guys dicking around and shit.
I was a little bit nervous about how MTV was going to handle running it and everything because it is MTV.
Oh, it's a TV show.
I didn't know how they were going to spin it if it was just going to end up just polarizing people. But the first half of what I watched was pretty good. I wasn't able to finish it because it ended up happening the same day as the Lafayette shooting, so I wasn't able to watch the second half of it. But I know Old Ninja watched it, so I'm curious to get his thoughts on it.
Old Ninja, you up?
So I thought it was interesting because the documentary is by a Filipino man who is illegal in the States. He comes out and says, yeah, I'm an illegal immigrant from the Philippines. His name's Jose. And he's a Pulitzer Prize-winning author and filmmaker.
The hell?
So, yeah. So he interviews a lot of white people about what it is to be white in America in this day and age. And it's really interesting to see what the views are from white people who live in areas where there are almost little to no minorities.
Wait, what did they ask them? I'm sorry.
They basically asked them what white privilege is, what it's like to be white. Do you have any minority friends, things like that? And they pull out a couple of things. So one of the guys that they talk to, he's like a Southern boy, and he's gay.
Yeah,
and he had a bunch of white friends, but he chose to go to a historically black college. So was
he the only black person there, right?
White guy. He's he's one of few. Where you see him, he's like, in one of the class shots, there's two white people. He's one of them. Yeah. So he has his friends that he grew up with. He went to, being on the West Coast, I should say, or being in the Bay Area, we had, diverse schools.
Melting pot here.
And as Prodigy, myself, and Stitch have noticed, when you move to different parts of the states, you will notice a significant difference when you go to a high school. Because when I went to a historically black college, everyone kept saying, you went to a white school. You went to a white school, didn't you? You talk funny. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
You should fucking slap those people.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I had to find out the hard way that they had basically... I can't say that they're segregated, but they're
segregated.
But they are.
It's self-segregation.
They are. But they had all black high schools, and they had basically mostly white high school.
And this
was in the South, because I went in the South for a little bit, and it was an eye opener for me, because I'm thinking where I grew up, every high school was integrated like we were. We had everything in our high school.
And I'm gonna hate real quick, and I might catch some shit for this.
Go ahead.
But I don't fucking like black colleges. I don't like the premise. I don't like any of that shit.
What the?
We're all fucking people. We're all Americans. Why the fuck why are we separating ourselves from other people to be a quote unquote black college?
I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna say these are historic black colleges. They are not allowed to discriminate, because when I went, we had a Japanese student who, straight from Japan, who came to our college. She spoke very little English.
So why even call it a black college then?
It was historically black college.
If you put it, just because you put historically in front of it doesn't mean that you can dismiss the fact that it says black college.
It does, but they don't discriminate. They take whatever applicants. It's
just they don't always. That's why Rachel Dolezal was fucking suing.
Oh,
damn!
But let me say this, and you're right to criticize in some ways. What I'll say is, traditionally, it was literally the only place that an African American could get education.
Well, yeah, but this is now 2015.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that was the reason for the historically black, because literally you couldn't go to University of South Carolina, University
and most of those colleges are still in the South, too, so there's...
Most of them.
Yeah.
But this is, one of the problems that I have is that, with anything, is that, so black folks have been, African Americans have been here just about as long as white folks have.
Over 400 years.
Yeah, and so for us to still be separating ourselves from each other, it's fucking ridiculous. And this is the same problem that I have when like people say that, President Obama got elected. It's a fucking, oh my God, America's fucking, we're past racism. No. Bullshit. You show me the first fucking Indian American fucking president, and maybe we have some fucking progress. All right. Okay. People only think of things in terms of black and white, and it fucking bothers the shit out of me. Yeah. It's like we have so many other races here in America that are Americans. I don't give a fuck about the way you physically look. It's like you're still an American to me. Long as we're still, here with each other and believing in the same things, we're Americans.
One thing I thought was interesting in the documentary White People was that they asked, like, what is white? Like, if somebody comes to you, like, what are you? You're going to be like, oh, I'm African American. But if you go to white people, they're like, oh, I'm white. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
when they asked them in the documentary, they said, oh, I'm part French, part Italian, and they start naming all these European countries.
That's just unimportant, though.
Yeah, it's not really important. So, it's like, I'm a fucking American. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
So what Kronos talks about the Native Americans, they actually show...
Native Americans.
Yeah, he goes to a reservation where the population is like a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
And... on the reservation, the teachers on the reservation are white. So you have white teachers teaching Native American children about school, but they have. It's funny because I didn't get quite clear whether they were teaching their language to them or if their parents were doing that. But they did have parents. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, but they didn't clarify. It's not clarified. I mean, they were basically learning ABCs. They all spoke English and everything, but they did have. What I found interesting, they had a word
for white people.
There was a particular tribe. I don't remember the exact tribe, but they had a word for white people.
The ones that fucked us over?
No. No. Actually, the actual meaning of the word is he who steals the most meat. Ooh. And the word was wachichu. And that's what they associated to white people because they stole from them. Basically, they stole their land, they stole their resources, and so it was a derogatory term. But the kids were trying to turn it in. That's the term that their parents taught them.
So let me
and they're trying to make it something positive.
Let me ask the overarching theme though: is it a documentary that has a goal of being quote unquote divisive, or is it about being informative so that people understand other people's perspectives in this same country?
I think it was more informative especially if you are white and don't understand a minority perspective, because there are parts of the U.S. where it is mostly white and there are little to no minorities and they do not really communicate with their minority.
That's a lot of
neighbors.
The U.S. though. It's not even just white folks. It's like just... like different groups in general. Like you'll see places that are only fucking Middle Easterners, only black people.
So that's touched upon too in the documentary. They go to Brooklyn, and they show in Brooklyn how things have been changing. Where there's a lot of Asian markets popping up where there were traditionally Italian markets. So they have a family that had immigrated from Italy after the war, and how they just built their business and how they just stayed there. And they were showing about how things have changed and how they were trying to communicate with their neighbors because their neighbors were literally from another country and did not speak the language.
All right.
And so this guy who was Jose, the documentary, he's trying to talk to these people. What's it like being here when things are changing? How do you communicate? How do you feel about what's going on?
But overall, you guys like it? It is interesting. You're recommending it?
I do recommend it, especially if you're white.
One thing I don't understand about the documentary is that one group. Maybe you can explain this to me. That one group, I think they were called the White Privileges. Were they?
Oh, okay.
What the fuck was that? Because I was like, "What the hell is this?" Are they opening to the Klan or some shit?
No. So there was a student it was a white guy. He's a student at a university, and he was teaching this after school workshop.
Yeah,
and it was about white privilege, and it was really about what it meant to be white and what it meant to have white privilege, and it was like it was kind of an eye opener.
I'm sorry. Let me jump in for really quickly.
Yeah.
Can I just say this though? People, and a lot of people don't realize this, but the Appalachian Mountains, that area, is fucked up and very white and very poor.
Yeah, like poor, as poor or poorer than African American folks that are in the ghetto, like deep ghettos.
Most of the time, except it's in the mountains.
Yeah,
I want to say this. And the reason why I point that out is whenever someone talks about white privilege,
I can't send that
shit. That is always left out And what I want to say is, from a class perspective, there are literally millions of poor white people in this country that don't have the same quote unquote air quote privileges as Kanye West kids or P. Diddy. So I cringe a little bit, and Kronos is definitely going to piggyback on this, but I cringe a little bit when people say it only in a racial standpoint of privilege and leaving out class.
So
socioeconomics have a lot to do with it.
Chopping that in the middle, that is discussed in the documentary. Well, so it is that class is one thing, but they're talking about scholarships and how white kids were feeling that most of the scholarships were going to minority students, and it was a class thing, and they actually go to the Board of Education and they talk about to the heads of the scholarships across the U.S. and they get actual numbers, and he comes back to these white kids about it, and they're like, no, everyone's hurting. Here's the facts. These are the percentages. He does it all, and it's only like an hour segment. And when they're talking about the white privilege, it's this white kid saying, "What does this mean to you, being a white person?" Right. So he writes down all these things, and people are talking about it.
So Stitch got disconnected. I'm going to reconnect him here in a second.
Okay.
But when somebody says white privilege to me now, the thing that I think of is basically white shame. And that's what fucking bothers me. Because when somebody says that, it's because they're trying to shame white people into thinking that they have some, that they all have some privilege that others don't. And they all don't. And it's fucking bullshit. Because there's plenty of poor white folks out there that don't get recognized at all. And nobody gives a fuck about. But nobody will even fucking talk about it. And I feel fucking bad for them because not only do nobody give a shit about them, but they're never going to talk about them only because of the fucking color of their skin. And it's fucking bullshit. So let me get him back on.
Yeah, so like I said, that's talked about as well. Because when they talked about the kid who's teaching this workshop or whatever, this after school thing, they go to his parents and he's like, I feel like I'm being bashed for being white. And his son's like, no, there's certain things that you don't understand that I feel that you don't understand, that I feel that you're not really listening. And they talk about all this stuff in this little short documentary. I think you guys should definitely watch it and get a full take.
It's interesting.
But like he says, his dad comes out and says, I shouldn't have to be ashamed to be white. And he's like, no, you shouldn't, but you have to understand being a minority and being a white person in America are different experiences. We have to recognize this, and then we have to learn from this and build this to be a better America.
I'm all for dialogue. I'm all for learning, and I'll give the show a chance.
Yeah, you can watch this show on YouTube. Yeah. Hashtag white people.
All right.
I only saw one episode. It could be more. There's a lot.
So I know Kronos is getting Stitch back on here. I'm going to say this. Why don't we do a roundup of what we're playing, enjoying, watching, looking forward to this week, and starting with Blue?
Let's see. What am I watching? Fuck. Dude, damn. I'm watching. Gotta watch more of Mr. Robot. Gotta catch up on that. I'm only 3 episodes in. I'm watching Sense8. I'm watching Night of Sidonia.
Which is an anime on Netflix.
Which is a great fucking anime. So I'm all catching up on that. I'm waiting for more of the Justice League, the Injustice League, Gods Among Us, the next issue to come out, so I can catch up on that. But I did want to do a little homework with you guys, where we talked about this offline about going back and watching a animation, a movie from our childhood, and then bringing it back to the podcast and reviewing it.
Oh,
and I thought I thought a good one would be.
Hold on before you talk. Stitch, you there?
Yeah, I'm back in.
Right on.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn you up. Hold on. Keep talk a little bit more.
Hey, I'm coming in good.
No. A little low.
It's fucking low as shit.
While you do that, go ahead.
So yeah, I just wanted to do somebody go around the house and see what cartoon would you like to go back and watch and then review it, and the whole group will review it all together.
I love me some DuckTales the movie.
What the? That's a good one. Wait, are we all watching? Are we all supposed to watch the same?
It should
thing?
be the same.
Yeah,
thing,
we're gonna try to watch this. We can try to watch the same thing and then come back and give our review on it.
Are we voting now, or
why don't we let some Twitter decide?
That's what I'm saying. Let Twitter decide.
Twitter doesn't. They're not a.
Give us some options.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I was thinking like the G.I. Joe movie, the G.I. Joe movie, the Transformer movie.
Sad as fuck. When Duke died.
Well,
everybody thought he died, but he didn't really die.
How about we all just pick one, and then we vote?
All right. So I want to say Voltron. Voltron was a really good cartoon back in the day, and I don't think it lives up to its time.
Oh,
That's the reason why I recommend it.
You know what? You can stop right there. I'm down. I love Voltron. You know, but
like the original Voltron.
Yeah.
Old Ninja.
Wow.
And then we can just watch like maybe 3 or 4 episodes that you can find on YouTube. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe it's on Netflix.
All right.
It should be on Netflix. Damn, because you already mentioned G.I. Joe the movie. I've seen Transformers the movie so many times. I have every line memorized.
Taking too long.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kronos.
Anyway, I'm gonna vote for Gargoyles because it's not too long ago. It was pretty long ago,
It was
but
in the 90s, man.
yeah, it was in the 90s. But it's just great fucking show.
It is. No doubt about that. Is
Stitch?
Stitch back on?
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah, that's tough. Some of my personal favorites, I really loved Animaniacs back in the day.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The way they would subtly throw in some adult humor,
Yep.
Or not so
kind of went
subtly.
over most people's heads, but you would kind of catch on and be like, "Hey, wait a minute."
Yeah.
Can I really quickly do a side note on that? Did Animaniacs teach everyone the countries of the world like
Yes.
it did for me?
Yes, I memorized that song
Mexico,
for a minute.
Panama,
Yeah.
USA, Canada. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was
I love that shit.
And this one,
Yeah, dank as fuck.
that was pretty awesome.
All right, so we're gonna have to decide.
I didn't even pick one. You know what? I love Animaniacs, so I'm gonna vote for Animaniacs because I have like so much Animaniacs stuff.
Okay, we'll do it.
Well, let's do Animaniacs.
All right, Animaniacs
to start
it
off.
is.
Wait, we're split. It's either Voltron or Animaniacs.
Let's do Animaniacs. to
Yeah, let's do
start.
it.
right.
Animaniac.
All right. So, Kronos, what are you playing, enjoying, liking this week? Looking forward to?
So right now, can we talk about that PSN bullshit that we went through? So we tried to fucking play some games. We tried to play three games.
Monday.
Yeah, on Monday, and I was gonna Twitch them out, and they all fucking failed. Like we started out with GTA 5, no fucking dice.
Yep.
Then what did we go to? We went to
Borderlands.
Nothing.
But
and then we tried ESO.
But the funny thing was, we were able to do the chat,
Yeah, chat worked fine.
but not the online cooperative play.
Yeah. And another thing I noticed is that so I've had PSN Plus from like the get go, and like yesterday it told me that my PSN Plus expired and that I couldn't wasn't funded. I was like, bitch, I got money.
Ben had money.
Yeah, so yeah. Apparently they changed my settings to where it wouldn't automatically pull funds on my wallet. And I was kind of pissed about that. So I hope that wasn't the problem, but none of us can get on.
Yeah, it was weird.
Right? It was fucking bullshit. So Sony, what the fuck? I mean, this is like multiple times in a row now where you fucked us over on some. And also, I'm not a fanboy because I'm a fucking adult. I'm a grown ass fucking man. All right, but I do love my PlayStation.
Yes.
However, your online storage for fucking save games is fucking bullshit. All right.
God damn.
1 fucking gig of shit for a serious gamer is nothing.
No.
And, Xbox, Microsoft is killing you in that shit. It's basically unlimited for that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
With the OneDrive, all unlimited.
And there's certain games, like Pantheon takes up half of your shit right away.
Oh, fuck, man.
Drive Club takes up 10% of your shit right
That
away.
didn't even work, though, right? Drive Club had problems, right?
It did have problems. I didn't fucking like it. But the problem I have with driving games is that I can't fucking fill the car.
Yeah.
And I can drive pretty fucking good, but I can't fill the car, so it fucks me up all the time. So if I play a driving game, it has to be unrealistic.
Yeah.
Burnout.
Yeah, Burnout. I fucking love Burnout.
Oh, I love Blur. Has anybody ever played Blur?
Yeah, I played Blur. I fucking love that shit.
I love that
It was
game.
like Mario Kart for
It
fucking
was.
cars.
It literally was. I still have that game. Those
Yeah, it's
servers
great.
are still running.
All right, let me get Stitch in here, though. Stitch, what you playing, watching, enjoying? What the fuck you doing this week?
Well, I'm marathoning through it of time still. I'm on season 3, loving it. You pointed out to me the snail that always appears on every episode.
The waving snail.
Nice.
I platinum Rocket League, so I'm
Whoa.
sort of
Oh,
done
what?
with that, but I'm done with Rocket League for right now, and I'm downloading Drive Club because Drive Club, I guess, is free on PlayStation Plus right now.
Yeah.
So I'm downloading that. I might get on that tonight, but I've been really itching to play some Grand Theft Auto, so I'm really pissed that I can't get online and fuck around on that.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, Old Ninja.
Yeah, I've been playing. I haven't finished Batman because I've been playing. Yeah, I've been kind of busy, but I'm at like 92%. So I'm planning on finishing it in the next couple days.
Have you noticed that when you're playing Batman, if you're in a police station, it shows you your percentage on the walls?
Yeah.
I noticed that as soon as I went, and then like every time you capture someone big, it lists them as the they're always in maximum security.
Yeah,
and there's so much in that game, like hidden and just like if you're a really big Batman fan, it's all in that game. It's pretty awesome. I'm still playing some Destiny.
Right on.
I haven't figured out. I might start playing Elite Dangerous, which is the space MMO. You're able to. It's in alpha form on Xbox One. I might start playing that. I'm still thinking about it. Other than that, I'm probably going to watch Mission Impossible this weekend.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And I've been watching. I'm going to finish. Yeah, I'm going to try to finish. I'm going to catch up on Mr. Robot. And that's probably about it.
Right on. All right. So for me, Cthulhu's Prodigy, I am fucking with another Chronos recommendation, Terraformars.
That's fucking great.
So, this is a dank ass fucking anime. It's all in space. There's goddamn motherfucking roaches on Mars.
They're like humans.
That are like humans. They're 10 feet tall. They're strong as fuck. They're almost goddamn invincible. They have wings. They can fly. And
some of them have. Well, actually, no. Most of them do have wings.
I think at least in the first couple episodes. I'm watching it on Crunchyroll, which is a shit, and I'm loving it.
But you have to hold on. So if you're watching on Crunchyroll, watch it uncensored. There's two different things.
Yeah.
If you fuck around, you won't see.
Yeah.
You'll see it censored, and the censored version is total fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's blacked out for way too much of it.
I wish Triage Death was uncensored. There's a lot of dank shit that happens in that fucking anime.
Yeah, that's my other one. Both of those are my animes that I'm loving right now, along with Knights of Sidonia, which I have to get back on. Playing the shit out of Batman and catching up on Arrow, as I mentioned. You know.
Did Blue you go?
Yeah,
Blue.
All right.
I think that's it. So
this is I think officially our longest motherfucking
it
podcast.
Might be. Follow us on Twitter, BTI. Thank you to all the Infinites, Queen of Spades.
Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes.
Thank y'all for listening.
We're on fucking Instagram and shit.
Yeah. I always forget about Instagram.
We're on Instagram, goddamn.
We love y'all. We will send more dick pics, or at least I will, to some of you girls. But anyway,
hashtag Black Girls are the future.
Black Girls are the future. Thank y'all.
All right, we're out of this bitch. Peace.
A little city, chilling in the North Bay. Needless to say, my boys don't play.